Hello, everyone. Happy Sunday afternoon. This is weird doing it in the daylight.
Sunday matinee, right, Pat? Sunday matinee.
It's weird. It's like that morning sex in the daylight. It's like weird. You actually see people and you're scared.
A nooner?
Yeah, nooner. I'm gonna get me a nooner.
Al, that means having sex in the afternoon. You just promised your wife.
That will be on my list when we do that. When we do that episode of Married Children. I love that episode.
And the brother's coming over tonight, so I will. I'm going to keep on pushing him on that. So maybe I could get him to do his list ahead of time.
Yeah, say work on that shit. We gotta get him on. But yeah, so you're watching. It's wrestling tonight, right?
Yes, it's the Hall of Famer Sting. It's his last match with AEW, not WWE, but the second leading promotion. So it's special. I got a whole wall behind me of the guy.
Yeah,
fandom. So it's it's special. Somebody I've met at least 4 times, which is kind of crazy, but obsessed crazy fan maybe.
No, so that's why we figured we're doing a matinee show, a matinee. We're doing a
Thanks, Pat. Thank you. Yes.
Accommodate Brett's schedule, and I'll probably hang out tonight. And I don't know what the hell we're gonna do. Like I said, I was telling Brett before there's a local St. Patty's Day parade that I might end up at after this, which could be real dangerous, especially after work the next day.
Well, you know what, too? It's always interesting to put a show, and I guess at a different time slot, just to see how it goes. It might be different sometimes.
Yeah, it's some different faces that might not be able to join us live, so we'll give you opportunity. I mean, Brett and I were just talking before this. It's absolutely beautiful out here. It's got to be like 55 degrees and sunny, and it's nice by him. So it would have been nice to be doing this in a shitty day.
Yeah, 67 and windy here, Pat.
Yeah, it's beautiful out. Well, let's say who's in the chat. Oh, our good buddy Ryan Underwood in the hood. Howdy, y'all.
Hey, Ryan, how are you, bud?
Mark Jones, what's going on?
Hi, Mark.
In. Oh, look, there's Brett Patrick. He's in the chat too.
Yeah. Oh man. I think Pat's in the chat somewhere too.
Oh, there's that guy, that Pat guy. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, well, he's gonna be on in a minute.
Well, there's that obsessed detailed movie collector guy from Halloween.
So we got a lot of cool stuff. I keep saying tonight, I have to rephrasing to today. We have a lot of cool stuff to do today because it's the daytime. Oh my God, a daytime podcast brings them all out. What's up, Rob Windsor?
Rob Windsor, what's going on, bud?
International Man of Mystery. Oh, Mark, that's right. I forgot you're in Scotland.
Scotland.
That's right. Black. Yeah, so you figure what? It's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So was it 8:16 over there? Or is it 5 or 6 hours to Scotland? I don't remember. Wow, that's right. I forgot you're over there.
Did you ever go to Scotland, Pat? No.
No, I'd love to. It's on our bucket list. Yeah, if we would have had more time while we were going overseas in the fall, I would definitely love to have it. Never been there. Love to do it.
Yeah, I think that's a must when we get to Europe here.
So it's 7:16 there. Oh, Matt Russell, what's up in the house?
Hey, Matt.
And Albert Cook, Halloween all wins easy. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring it up. I brought each poster up from each franchise, each part. Like part 1, we can compare like these two that are on the screen right now. Part 2s, part 3s. The only thing is, of course, Halloween has one more movie than the Friday the 13th franchise. So Ends is just on its own, and quite honestly,
Ends versus Crystal Lake. No, I don't know. You know if that's
right. Never hike alone. Or never hike in the woods.
Yeah. Oh, don't whatchamacallit in the woods, right? That's just the stuff you watch.
Oh, fuck in the woods, man. Tell you, go check it out. Part 1 and 2. A lot of good nudity, but just no good subject matter other than that.
Yeah, this weekend's been a lot. There's a lot of interesting smaller conventions. Like I know there was that Hollywood Collectors show out in California, and then Joe's at the Cult. He was at the Cult Classic convention, I think he said.
Yeah, Joe's at Cult Classic. That's why he's. I don't know. Maybe he's having a couple of cocktails because he said he was backstage. But I'm like, oh wait, you know what? He says I'm backstage. I don't know if he means on here or he's at the Cult Classic thing backstage doing something.
Yeah, they should have. Yeah, Matt, you bring up a point. They should have put all 3 of those posters. I think Ends should have been like centered on Myers' mask, and then. There's a couple different ways they could have done those masks.
That was because that's my OCD. That's what pissed me off. Is like because you have Myers facing this way on. Well, actually, I guess I'm reversed here. So you have Myers facing this way on 2018, and then you have Kills this way. Kills she should have been facing forward, and Ends should have been this way. So it was symmetrical Like you put all 3 posters up. That's just my OCD. That's what.
Well, and remember how they have alternate ones with Lori on them too, right? Like I like that full shot on ends of Lori and Myers.
That's a
That
better
one.
poster. Yeah, with the 2 of them
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah, that like
That's the better
20.
poster.
Yeah, 2018 has that real up close one. Not as much.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah.
like the Kills poster though, even like just the fire-ish look of it and the orange and
Definitely go over there. Go to Scotland. Meet up with Barry. Wolf's got Nards. You can't see the
Yeah.
ends poster, and it is. It's really dark. There was a poster for Kills with Michael facing forward. It hangs in the parking garage. Oh, does it? Yeah, but all the official ones, it's like where everybody's collecting them. They really should have did it that way. I have a Kills one. It's on the wall here. Bass player of my band's son was working at the local theater, so he got it for me.
Well, do you remember the IMAX poster one I got signed? Maybe I should resend that just so people, if we're talking about ends here, Pat. Do you remember the ends one I got signed? The IMAX one?
I think I do.
I'm just going to re-forward it. I think this is a badass poster. But
before we hop into the posters, let's do a quick beer. We like to have a couple cocktails. I hope you guys are having a couple cocktails. We're day drinking because usually it's night. So we're doing some day drinking over here.
Sure.
In the Chicago area, in the northern Pennsylvania area. So let's do a quick beer review. I didn't take pictures of mine, but I'll keep popping them up. Brady was kind enough to send me a nice little care package for my birthdays of all different beers, which the wife and I hit up more than I thought last night when I went to look at the beers. I'm like, did we drink that many beers last night? Well, let's do a quick beer review.
I didn't realize there's like a little wave at the end of that.
So Brady is having.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mellows.
Yeah, did I give you this? Was this one of the ones I thought I might have given you? This one's rated so damn high. It's a bourbon barrel aged toasted marshmallow stout. It's so damn good. From Pollyanna. They have 3 locations in the suburban Chicagoland area. They're a pretty successful brewery.
It looks very good. And I one of the ones I just took is Goldfinger, original lager.
Yes, that's the old school brewery that just does like lagers and
Goldfinger.
It's a simple beer, right? It's good.
It's actually really good. Yeah. I enjoy it. It's definitely very good. What are you guys having out in the chat there? See, Mark is our buddy, man. He likes to party. That's why I want to go to Scotland. All day, all night drinking. That's right, man. He likes to party.
As Bill Murray says, I want to party with you, cowboy.
What is the big con that's in Scotland, Mark? I know. I remember watching one of the episodes of Wolfman's Got Nards, and they're doing like some smaller one there. But is there a bigger con that's out in Scotland? So you figure, what's the why am I drawing a blank on the big city in Scotland? Glasgow would be one of the bigger cities, I guess.
Glasgow, yeah.
So yeah, do they have any cons out there? Just curious. But yeah, that's what let us know what you're having in the chat. If you're not having anything, that's cool. It's during the day. No drinking and driving. Just hang out with us and have a couple of drinks.
Were you surprised our buddy Frank Riker wasn't a fan of Stripes? Did you catch that on their live?
I did. Yeah, we did. Shout out to Frank and Darren. Actually, you saw that. I tried to get Frank and Darren to pop on with us since we're actually doing an early show, but they were on a couple hours ago. They did their stream, and then Frank had to go to work. And I think Darren would have did it, but he's like, "Oh, I better spend some time with the wife before I get in trouble."
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah, we'll get them together one of these days when maybe a little bit more heads up. We'll give them a little bit more of a heads up. We didn't get a chance to because this was like not a spur of the moment. We knew about it, but it's been a crazy week.
And I think you and I will make something happen where we go live randomly at Chiller. I think we'll figure something out.
So Brady and I will be at Chiller Theater in April, and Frank is going to be there. He's just said it today. He's going to be there. So we'll see Frank, and our buddy Jeremy Todd's going to be there too, right?
Yes, from
Epic Film Guys podcast.
Epic Film Guys.
So we have a good crew.
Yeah, their podcast is they're really hitting it big. They're part of the Critics Bureau, so they get to, or whatever you call that, they get to go see pre-screenings, and they've gotten some of their reviews on, their quotes on a handful of review things. So like they just got put on Dune 2 of all things in the RoboCop documentary. They've got a quote on there.
Yeah, good guys. Go check out their podcast. It's on I know it's on YouTube. I'm not sure where else it streams. When I catch it on YouTube. There's no video. It's usually just
It's
audio. So I listen
Apple,
to it like,
Spotify. It's on.
yeah, it's a good video. It's a good one to listen to, like if you're driving. That's what I throw it on because I'm just nothing to look at. I just listen to it.
Yeah, and I don't know. You're probably like me. I don't listen to every single one. I think it really depends on what movies they're
Depends
probably
on what
covering.
it depends on the movie. Just because I listen to a lot of other podcasts. I listen to like 3 different Kiss podcasts every week. So on top of all this stuff.
And all the wrestling ones I listen to.
Yeah, so this is so much. And who else is in the chat here? Lee Martin. Hey, what's up, man? Evening, guys. Caught your Grail podcast. Really enjoyed it. Mine will be your neck. Oh, the PS78 repainted by Simon Edwards of Dark Lab Spinning Mask.
Oh,
Many years. All the best. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. If you guys haven't checked out episode 1 of the Halloween and Michael Myers Collectors podcast, go check it out. We had so much fun doing that. It brought back memories of when we used to do the Halloween Collectors podcast.
you know, that's a good point. I hear Lee here about the whole mask making thing. I'll just speak. Well, I don't want to put words in Pat's mouth, but I think we're not the biggest like mask rehaul fans, but I think maybe Pat, we do one of these where we have 3 or 4 people on over like a half an hour span to talk to them. Maybe. What do you think? Like that?
I was going to throw it out there, but I know I'll get bombarded because it's advertising for people, which is fine. Hey, if you can sell masks because you came on the show, I'm happy for you. It's all part of that. But I just know I had a crazy week. So maybe this week I'll throw it in there. And I'll start bringing some people on to do some rehauls. I have nothing against that community. I just don't collect collectible masks because I just can't go down that rabbit hole because with all the other shit I buy, because it's not an expense. It's not a cheap habit. The masks can be very expensive, and I love looking at them. They're awesome. And if I had the extra funds to dive into that, I sure as hell would. But 2 things: 1, the funds, and 2, the space.
Yeah, like space. I'm sure if any guys in the chat room message our show, message Pat, let us know a few names that we can maybe contact. Like, I just know Chris Morgan. He's the guy that made me a 78 mask that I thought looked great. So I think it was a GYK or something like that. But I love that mask. I've shown it many times.
Yeah, we're definitely going to bring some. I'm going to throw it out there, and I'm sure I'll get a bunch. I'm sure I'll get a lot of hits for some people. And I do know a few just from the group that have been in the group for a while. So we'll get some people on it, and collectors too. I know we have a few collectors that are already going to come on, that want to come on. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
It's like, there's sectors of the Halloween collectors. You got the masks, right? Then you got the autograph people where I kind of fall in.
Yeah, and that's good because it's all a community. Yeah. It's not a one-sided thing. Albert got to meet John Carpenter in the castle, James G. Courtney at Texas Frightmare, got them to sign a knife for me. Definitely a Grail piece for me because that's awesome. That's great, man.
Those are 3 good ones from the series to hit. Yes.
Are you a member of the collectors group on Facebook? If you are, throw it in there. I'd love to see it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nick's a big one, Lee. Yeah. Nick, I think I follow him on Instagram.
Nick's got some good. Yeah, he's in the collectors group. He's in there because I see him comment on stuff and he posts stuff in there. He's in the group. We should get him on.
Yeah, he's really concentrating on that craft. There's no doubt. I get a kick out of Chris Morgan though. He's like a big Michelob guy. Like all the different Michelobs that have come out, he finds a rare case of Michelob that's not available in parts of the country. I'm like, this guy.
This is a good idea too. If you let fans send us the pictures, so maybe what we'll do in the future is I'll throw it out there, tell everybody to send me pictures, and we could do a Grails episode 2.0 where we just throw up pictures of people's Grails from their collection. I'll put their name up there if they want their name up there. Just say it's so and so's.
Especially, because I think some people are, they might not want to come on, and we can go long inadvertently. We love this stuff so much, so we keep on going. That's a good idea. Thank you for that. Yeah, good call.
Definitely do that. But go check it out. It's on the channel now. We did a pre-recorded episode because we only have so much time to do live episodes. That's why we're squeezing this one in an afternoon rather at night because Brett's got some stuff to do. Joe's at the Cult Classic convention right now. So, but I do want to do some live ones. So when we could fit time in to do the Collectors Podcast live, and even if we do it in an afternoon like this, we can do it. It doesn't have to be at night. It could be during the afternoon.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely hit some live ones. I think what really worked well, and Pat's the guy that can explain it further, is he got to import all of our stuff and make it all nice and clean so people could see the stuff a little bit better. So with the pictures and things. So
yeah, we'll definitely do that. It's got a lot of positive feedback and a lot of fun stuff. So, but this week we're going to do Let's do a quick, since we're collectors and we're talking about collecting, we always show what we got new in our collection. So let's see a few things that Brady got in his collection.
Yeah, I showed this on our watch log the other day, but yeah, this is one of these 3D VHSs that there's like 4 or 5 of them that are on Walmart's website. But this is the only one I cared about, the Friday 13th 3D one. That's awesome.
They don't have any Halloween ones, right? It's just
no, if there's a Halloween one, we'd be jumping on it. You know it, buddy.
Oh, I'd be all over that shit.
They could I think they could do the 3D of the original one. That would be pretty damn cool. Yeah, but very cool, this little VHS set box.
And this is nice. That's a great print.
Yes, and if you notice, you got to really look at this, but you catch what's so cool about it, right? With the shadow on the side of the house.
Mm-hmm.
This is I forgot the artist. I am so bad, Pat. That is my fault. But this is about roughly.
Send me here. Does it have? Oh, it just says 630.
24 by 12 is the rough dimensions of this. But yeah, I might have to get a frame for this one. I thought it's so damn beautiful.
Yeah, I think it pops. That is really, really cool. I like that. And that's a rabbit hole I've talked to, especially if you're new to the channel. I never went down the rabbit hole of all the prints. When they started coming out years ago and they were cheap and affordable, I should have jumped on it. But my philosophy was always, I'm just going to collect the posters because I like the promotional stuff, all the posters, international posters. And then I'm like, where am I going to display all these prints? I don't have any room for it. Like, I don't have room for all my posters that I have. So I stopped doing it. And now, like, the prints, it had, like, the last 3 years, especially 3 or 4 years, the prints have exploded, not only in price, but the amount of them that are coming out.
Oh yeah,
constantly coming out.
That's a whole sector of the Grails too, right? The Mondo prints.
Yeah.
You know, and luckily with these prints now, there's a lot of people that are making some nice reprints. I know that's not probably everybody's favorite thing to do, but people that can't afford these higher end ones, I think it's nice, my opinion. But
so apparently Chris's prototype Mask for Kills nearly made it to the finished film instead of. I didn't know that. Wow, that would have been pretty wild.
Yeah, right.
Hey, Raccoon Eyes, what's up? Do they still make lobby cards? To my knowledge, I don't think so. I have not seen lobby cards for a new film at all because there's not a lot of. Aside from movie posters, there's really not a lot of print material that even comes out because even press kits are all digital now.
Pat, that was just so you know, this came from More Art Gallery, but the artist is Dave O'Flanagan.
Dave O'Flanagan, Italian guy?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's an awesome print. Yeah, I would definitely get that framed.
I figure it was a nice one. Even Pat didn't know about that. It's nice when we could surprise each other with these things. So.
This is true. And what else we got here? Oh,
that's yeah, 6 of 30. Yeah. Thank you. Oh, this my father sent this to me. He had this from a way back when that he got authenticated. So yeah, a James Caan autographed lobby seller or lobby card, whatever you want to call those.
Yeah, that's awesome. I saw that. I was like, wow, where did you get that from? Because we know we unfortunately passed a few years ago.
Right. So you just hit me up with an early surprise of that early birthday present, maybe.
Wow, look at that. That's very nice.
Yeah.
The 80s, your dad owned a video store in Michigan. Oh man, you must have had a lot of cool stuff.
Oh, Raccoon Eyes, my God, I couldn't imagine. Oh, damn.
I'd have a ton more stuff here than I have now. If somebody in the family had that.
Well, right, and like the movie theaters, if your dad had those standees, some of those standees, I know they take up space, but some of those are valuable as hell.
Oh yeah, whenever James Caan comes up, it is my obligation to tell everyone around to watch Michael Mann's Thief.
You know it, Matt.
That's a good movie. Yeah. Good movie. So I didn't get too much. I got a lot more last week. Actually, these are 2 items I got from our good buddy Lito because he threw a bunch of stuff up for sale up in the collectors group. And I thought I'd pick this up just for display purposes. The poster knife.
Oh yeah, the curved poster knife.
Yep. So I want to display it with the mask and stuff. And I have one of these, the limited the Horror Nights. The limited edition mystery pins. I have one I opened with the pins in it, but I'm like, you know what? He was selling it. Let me just get another one and keep it in the package. And the that is what I got this week. Not much. I got a lot more last week. There's one or two things that have not come in yet, though.
You know, Pat, and it's okay. We could talk about it here now. Or like when we do our Halloween Collectors podcast, are we gonna? It sounds like we'll go back and at least review our newer Halloween related items, right? Besides just
Yeah,
posting
I've been
here.
keeping a track of the newer Halloween items I'm getting,
Cool.
just so I know to bring them up when we do the next. I figure maybe in the next week or so, if you guys want to do another one, we can do another one another week or so.
Yeah, I think we should try to work one up this upcoming week. Yeah,
Try to at least drop 2 a month, maybe 3, depending on the time. It'd definitely be fun.
And those silver packaging is.
Matt says a lot of the posters from when I worked at a theater. Also took the Freddy vs. Jason banners. Nice.
Oh yeah, the banner's cool.
Kunai's has the Star Wars standee, I guess, when they released the trilogy in those silver packing. As far as I know, they only went to video stores. Anything Star Wars is worth money. Money.
Yeah.
I mean, all that stuff I had as a kid, me and my brother from A New Hope, all that stuff. I had the bedspreads, we had the curtains, we had all the figures, and you name it, we had all that shit. And disappeared through the stand of time.
The popular one, recently was the Halloween 2018 one with the closet door opening up with him, right? That was, I know they had it at H40.
Yeah, I wanted one,
theaters.
and somebody was selling one on eBay, still in the box, I guess. Either they use it or they packaged it back in the box,
pre-assembled, yeah, or not
and
assembled.
they wanted like $2,000 for it. I'm like, I'm not spending $2,000 on that.
You did your best, Happy Gilmore. Yeah, we'll see you there.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, man, I'd like to have that, but like $2,000, and nah, it's just a little bit too much for that. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's a little bit much, bud.
We do live in a golden age of standees. H20. Oh, there is the closet display. Yep, the Scream subway train seats. Yeah, I saw that. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that too.
And the thing that sucked is I worked in the movie theater back from 1986 to 1990, and I didn't get to take anything home because the fucking manager took everything. We always wanted to get stuff, and I could have got. There were so many great movies that during that time period in promos, but he used to take everything.
Do you know where this manager's at? Is he still he still living? Did you kick him?
He's 6 feet under.
Is he?
He's got to be, because you figure 86 to 90. 86, I was what, 12?
12?
No, I was 14.
14.
So 14 until 1990, and he was probably in his 30s then. So he might still be alive. Evil people do live long. That's the problem. he was kind of he really was. He was kind of a dick. The assistant manager was the best, but he was a dick.
Oh yeah, what a dick.
Yeah, he was such a dick. I saw the He-Man comforter set. Wow, that's awesome.
Oh,
I have the power.
He-Man was my first love of stuff.
Oh, I loved He-Man.
We were talking. I was talking to my neighbor about Big Wheels. Remember how Big Wheels were a thing when we were kids? I had the Rambo one. I always wanted the He-Man one, but I got the Rambo one. I guess I didn't lose out though, having a Rambo one.
I used to love the one with the emergency brakes, so you'd fly and hit it and you'd spin real quick.
Oh yeah, the back brakes, right?
Back brake and just hit it and you start spinning.
I remember losing my backrest for my Rambo one. I was so mad.
Do you guys collect other horror franchises too? Halloween is my favorite, but I also collect Friday 13th, Nightmare, Hellraiser. Yeah, Brady does. I'm exclusive to just Halloween, just because it's just cost effective and I have too much stuff. But Joe, who's not with us at the moment, he's at a con, and Brad do collect from other franchises.
Yeah, I don't think it's as elaborate as Halloween, but the next thing is I'm a big Rocky fan. I'm kind of in my Rocky room here now, but
yeah, there's the Rocky room.
Yeah, horror stuff. I guess it's just a mixture of some Freddy stuff, some J. It just depends on how, I guess, what it looks like, right, Pat? You know, it's really,
if I could collect more horror stuff, I would, but financially, I don't want to do it. Plus, the wife will kill me if I start going into something else. Because, as you guys can see, for those that are new to the podcast, well, it's a drug. True, that's true. I have all of this stuff here, but everything also goes that way. It goes that way. It goes this way. That way, it's all over the place down here. I don't have any room.
You know, I could maintain. I think I was telling my sister-in-law this the other day. I could maintain the Halloween one, the Rocky one. You think Halloween one gets expensive? The Rocky habit is
Rocky is expensive. Yeah, I know that.
anything Stallone, especially Stallone autograph stuff.
I've seen this stuff over the years. It's definitely gone up in price. And God bless that man. That he's the older he gets, and God forbid the day we lose him, it's going to go up even more.
Yeah, and like there was a lot more Rocky stuff when the movies came out. There wasn't really any Halloween stuff when it came out. It was later.
No, not until the late 90s. Yeah.
It's kind of like the old Kiss, like all the old Kiss items, Pat, when Kiss were hitting it big. That stuff's obviously more valuable than the newer Kiss stuff for the most part, right?
Evil never dies. It just changes shape. Yeah. Well, I'm older, so I'm a big Kiss fan. For those that don't know, I used to have a huge Kiss collection just like this, of all the original stuff from the 70s. I've shown pictures before. Actually, I have a whole episode on this channel. Go check it out, where I showed some of my favorite stuff that I used to have, because I have pictures of all the stuff I had. I had the pinball machine, the Bally pinball machine, and everything. But all of that stuff is just, you would think Halloween or horror is expensive, or Rocky. Go look at what they're charging for the original stuff from the 70s for Kiss stuff. Shout out to Sean Clark, because he collects the stuff. He'll tell you that shit is just insane how expensive it is. So when I sold it all off, it was back around the time we were moving from one house to another, and I basically got priced out of the market. I couldn't afford this shit anymore. So I said, it might be the right time to sell it, because the reunion tour was in full bloom. The prices were all up. Right. So I made a lot of money on it. Only stuff I kept were my LPs, which I gave to my son. But that stuff is just crazy expensive. And then for those Kiss fans out there, I don't want to bore too many people with Kiss stuff, but when Kiss fell out of favor around 1980, 81, all of that merchandise ended up in flea markets and discount stores. You could get the shit dirt cheap. Like the big Mego Kiss dolls in boxes. A full set of those in boxes probably go for about $1,500 right now. Back then, I remember vividly walking into like a closeout store. My mom used to love closeout stores, so we'd always go to closeout stores. I remember seeing like 2 full shelves of them, and they were like $2 each. Like if I had a time machine, I'd go back and buy all of them. It'd be worth $100,000 right now. Those two shelves, and all the stuff used to end up in flea markets because it was cheap, because Kiss wasn't popular. But then what happened, just like this stuff, those Kiss fans grew up, and as they got older, a little bit more expendable income, nostalgia for their youth, so they started buying this stuff, and then Kiss collecting exploded, and it's expensive as shit now.
Yeah, I can't imagine what we could have done if we would have bought. Like, I remember when that Loomis Myers 2-pack, the box set came out, the NECA set. I had like 5 Suncoast videos around me, and every one of them had at least 4 or 5 of those.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Halloween stuff. I started collecting, as you guys know, like the promotional stuff, because there was nothing to collect in the 80s. So I'd buy like the videotapes or beta. But within, I would have to say, probably 2 years before they announced 2018, you go on eBay and you start seeing these Halloween things. I'm like, why is everything getting so goddamn expensive? Yeah. Because everybody started jumping on Halloween. Halloween exploded, and now this has become an expensive habit. It's like, seriously, come on.
Yeah. Oh no, Matt. Yeah. Oh, Sly Stallone Shop. Yeah, I've bought some stuff from there, and they had that big promotional thing where you could meet them at the store when they put it at the museum. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, the Screaming model was the first thing. I got it right over here on one of the shelves back here. The Screaming model was the first thing. The Snow Globe, and that's the Snow Globe.
That was another one at Suncoast. I could have bought like a couple of
Snow Globe. I had been
Anchor Bay.
I'd been dating my wife, and my brother-in-law got me for Secret Santa, and she told me the story after the fact. And he's like, "Well, what the hell do I get, Pat?" She's like, "Just find something with Halloween." She's like, "What do you mean Halloween? Like a costume?" She's like, "No, the movie. He's obsessed with the goddamn movie. Find something with Halloween." And that's how I got the Snow Globe, which is the original one. I got up there. It's still up there. That's how I got it from my brother-in-law in '98, because that's when stuff started coming out. Then you had the 20th anniversary clamshell 2 orange VHS set came out that year too, with the collectible keychain. So little by little, and then the Spencer's figure. When you
Spencer's was Spencer's was up there then recently,
and then that sold better than they thought. And then that's when they came out with the second version with the bloody bullet holes.
Now I'm trying to remember. I think I bought it separate, or came with a tape at Suncoast, the 20 Years of Terror shirt, where it's just on the breast, and then the mask, the Myers mask on the back. You have that shirt probably from something, right? Or was that you had to mail in for that shirt? Is that what it was?
I have the it's over there. It came with a shirt. It's a shirt and the Halloween cassette package. You could get it. It's like when you bought the VHS tape, you got the shirt with it, so the package still sealed.
Okay, so you have one sealed, huh?
Yeah, hold on a second. Entertain the troops.
Yes, absolutely. Oh, let's see here, Raccoon Eyes. I met Ace and Peter at Chiller about 15 years ago. I just met Ace Frehley at Days of the Dead here in Chicago in November. I had to get an autograph for a friend of mine. Yeah, he was a cool, chill guy. I had the paperback book. Let's see. Hi, Ram fan for life.
This one?
Oh. That's a different one, actually. I think that shirt's different. Wow. Okay, I've never seen that, Pat.
It's
wow,
a 20th it's a 20th anniversary set. So when you bought the tape, you got the T-shirt with it.
Or maybe that's just a display of the shirt. Maybe the shirt's different. Yeah. Well, you're not gonna. I think maybe that might be the shirt. They just had it a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah. Because if you look at the shirt, it says 20 Years of Terror on the shirt.
Yeah, there's the one where it's just right on the, on the shoulder or the breast, wherever you want to call that, and then the back. I'll find that shirt.
Have to pay. Hey, what's up? Ram Fan for Life had the Friday 3 book. There's 2 of them. Oh, I've never even seen them. I gotta go into those books. For those that don't know, we do a book club here where we're right now we're on Halloween Kills, but when we're done, I think we're gonna go head over to the Friday the 13th books.
Yeah.
So I had to get the Anchor Bay H4 and H5 tins. Yes, have those too. Those are awesome. Then was annoyed that discs were in CD cases instead of full-size DVDs. Yeah. Yeah, it's a shame that they didn't do all of them in those little tin sets. I like them. They only did 4 and 5.
Our friend that co-wrote those Taking Shape books, I think we discussed it would be great to have a whole Halloween book on merchandise. Like I know Horror Hound's done a couple of things, and they do a real good job with the Horror Hounds.
And I told Dustin, shout out to Dustin McNeil. I said, you ever want to do a book on collectibles? I said, we'll be more than willing to help you out. Yeah, Suncoast was awesome. You worked at Suncoast, didn't you, Brett?
I was a Blockbuster boy.
You were a Blockbuster, that's right.
Suncoast was expensive though at that time. If
they
you want
weren't
something,
cheap.
you're gonna have to pay for it.
Yeah, they were awesome. They were great. They had a lot of cool stuff, but they definitely weren't cheap. You used to get good deals at Blockbuster. I remember getting some deals on stuff at Blockbuster.
I don't know. You were the same way when the Suncoasts started closing, when they all went under. I took advantage of a lot of the stores when they were clearancing off stuff.
I got a few things, but I didn't go too crazy because I forget what year was that? Because it was right around the time where in my 20s, I guess I was out partying a lot. I missed a lot of things. Forgot a lot of things too. Don't remember much from the 90s.
They must have closed in the early 2000s, right?
It had to be late 90s, maybe late 90s, early 2000s, I think.
Yeah, Suncoast,
hey, Gene.
Of course, Music Land, Sam Goody, they're kind of all branched together.
And the only survivor, really, which is holding on by a thread, is FYE.
Yeah, FYE, God, it's such a killer. There's some great FYE stores in our area here, and now they've downsized to a small little place now.
There's only, within driving distance to me, there's 1, 2, there's 3 of them. There used to be like 5 or 6 of them, and they closed like 4 of them in the last 2 years.
I have 2 within like 20 miles. So
yeah, I used to be able on my way to work. I used to be able to hit 3 of them, and now there's only 1. The other 2 have closed, and then there's 2 other ones in PA, which are in the opposite direction, that are still there. That we just know they're all hanging on by a thread. Yeah. But yeah, Suncoast was where I used to go to find obscure movies that Best Buy didn't sell because I didn't have a credit card to order them online. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Matt, you're right. Like if you wanted to find something that's like, you'll find a horror movie at Suncoast. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking forward to doing the next. We'll sit and brainstorm what the next episode will be based on. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to talk about what we're going to do the next collectors podcast on, and then we'll definitely reach out to a few people, get some people on. It's going to be hard to fit all that into an hour, 15 minutes, but we're going to try.
I will say, in all fairness, with Blockbuster though, like in the early 2000s, you could special order something. Sometimes it would take like a couple of weeks to get, but like I could get anything like a rare numbered one, or like how steelbooks are now. You could always, unless it's an exclusive to a place, of course, but.
I think one of the last things I got at Blockbuster, from what I remember, was the Halloween 3 tape set.
Yeah, where it's like the Halloween 6 picture, right? On the red light.
Yeah. Yep. That's which I always was a head scratcher. But yeah, I definitely have that. I have it still sealed too, because I remember I got it on. It was discounted, I think, because it was one of the ones that was closing. I have one opened, but I got the one that was still sealed. But
I don't know what happened to Joe. Oh well.
Suncoast Star Trek shelf. That's right.
Oh, they did have their own Star Trek section. That's right.
That's right. I was never a big Star Trek guy, but I do remember it. I remember seeing it.
You know what was really cool, and anybody that worked in a place like Suncoast or even Blockbuster, is when you could do your employee pick section. That was so much fun.
Oh yeah, the pick set. Yeah, that's true.
So much fun. And then some people would get all upset. Like, how could you not have Halloween in the horror section? And we would have to put the inserts. Go look at the employee picks. I wonder who put that there at my store.
But yeah, so if you haven't seen it, go check out the first episode. It's up on the channel now. And speaking of Halloween, so we're thinking of stuff to do for the podcast. And I think it was around the time I was editing the collectors podcast, and I was sitting there, with posters and thinking about posters. And then I just, for those that don't know, I do my what ifs. I just did Friday the 13th Part 3. I'm going to start working on the final chapter. So I'm like, you know what? I love these posters in both of these franchises. So let's say, why don't we compare the posters in each franchise, see which ones we like better?
Hell yeah.
We go Halloween to the first Friday, Halloween 2 to Friday 2. So let's see where people come on top. Because I'm a Halloween guy, but I'm not biased. I'm a realist. There's a few Halloween posters that are like, I really don't care. I could care less. I might actually like the Friday one better. So I lined them all up together. And here you have Halloween and the Friday the 13th one, which is tough. This is probably the hardest one, because I love the Friday the 13th poster, because I think it's such a great image.
Yeah.
The counselor's there, and the full moon and the lake in the background and the woods. This is actually really, really cool. But then, of course, my favorite movie of all time, and it's like, this is a tough one. I'm probably going to have to edge it out a little bit more to Halloween, which
we're
really
biased, sucks. Pat, come on.
Yeah, because I really do love this poster. It's such a great image, but this image is been imprinted on my brain for 44 years. So
that Friday the 13th one really glows too. Like, yeah, the moon, and it's pretty damn cool.
And honestly, I'm right there, man. The design is if you had to say which one's better, the design for Friday the 13th is very cool. It's clever, but I have to just edge it to Halloween. Just this is the hardest one that we're gonna do.
Yeah.
Wait a second. What did I miss in the naughty Japanese anime? Did they have naughty at Suncoast? I don't know. Ran for Life's Picking Friday, and I respect that, because I wouldn't argue that, man.
There's nothing wrong. Yeah,
it's a great poster. It really, really is. So yeah, I guess this would be split down the middle, because a lot of people, it's tough to go against the OG Halloween, because for me, for sentimental than anything, that Friday the 13th is awesome.
And I'm gonna put another alternate twist on this. If I had to get a poster autographed, there's more places to sign in black on the Halloween poster.
Yeah, it makes it easier for you. That's true.
Yeah, I'm just being silly now.
And then especially you have the folklore around the Halloween one, where it's supposed to be a face in the hand, which is a load of nonsense. Or it looks like the face from the Black Christmas, because
aren't there people say there's like thorns in the veins of his hands and some bullshit?
It's just it's all poppycock.
Caca.
It's caca. The CGC is grading VHS tape now. Who's CGC? Help me out. Do you know who that is, Brady?
It's a grading company.
It's a new grading company?
Yeah, Joe. Is it Joe's Halloween 2 tape he showed? I believe that's a CGC one.
Is it CGC? I didn't know who it was. Yeah. I have to ask him.
Yeah, so that's grading sealed VHS tapes. That's pretty cool.
So there's the OG going up against each other, and they, I guess we had more people in the chat, or after the fact, let us know which one you choose. Friday the 13th might edge out the Halloween one, and I could see it. I could see it. But let's go on to part 2. And here I'm biased again because the Friday the 13th Part 2 one was cool, but it's just kind of plain. It's almost a rehashing of the first one. And the Halloween 2 one was kind of clever with the skull coming out of the pumpkin. So, not to be biased, but I probably have to go with Halloween 2 again. Or Halloween 1, I should say.
Yeah, this one's closer to me than 1.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool how they blend the skull in and everything. It's
Yeah,
pretty damn
it's cool. And shout out to what's his name, Billy Kirkus, who actually owns the original title pumpkin from the movie, which is rather large. If you've ever seen the pictures that he's posted of it.
Oh yeah, he has.
Yeah, do you ever see, if you could find them? He's got pictures of it. That thing is huge. It looks small because it's on the screen, but it's like 5 feet tall.
I wonder what that guy's doing with the. He's got all this stuff. He needs to do something.
I wonder if he's
legally. Maybe he's legally not able to. I don't know.
I don't think he is. Yeah, and I don't think there's a whole story behind that. We should see if we get him on there. I know I'm friends with a friend of his, James Chandler.
It's got to be a ridiculous story, like reasoning, though, right? Come on, it's like, what are they? Are we hiding something that's bad here, or?
I don't know. It boggles my mind. See, H2 is better. H1's. Yeah, it's even better. A lot of people like it better than the H1 poster. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that say that, Matt. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yep. Albert Cook says, yeah, they say there's a face in his hand, but the artist said, yeah, he did. It's just a coincidence. And you could clearly see it, but it's absolute coincidence. Gene says Halloween, of course. Ran for Life, Halloween. H2, easy. Yeah, this was an easy one because in part 2, Friday 13th, when we did our ranking, well, I did my ranking separately too. It's H2, Friday 13th part 2. That's my favorite one. Still is to this day.
And I'm sorry, the next one's going to be very easy for me, but we'll get there when we get a chance. So, yeah.
Yeah. So here we have Friday 13th, part 3, 3D, and Halloween 3 poster. So for me, I'm going to go 3 for 3 so far. The Halloween 3 one is definitely better. Love me Halloween 3. I do like Friday the 13th part 3 as a film, but the poster,
I think it's better. I just maybe because I like the Halloween or Friday the 13th 3D better.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, I that whole with the witch up top, I as much as I like Halloween 3 too. Yeah.
I said Friday the 13th is just an awesome illustration for the 3D movie. H3 is better.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, for me,
that's
I don't know.
That's a good way to say it. Yeah. What are we getting? Is that Joe?
Joe, yeah, he's at the convention. I'm going to tell him, here, hop on if you want. Yeah, hop on live if he wants. He can show us around the convention. Yeah, I don't know. For me, I just love the Halloween 3. Believe me, I think it's going to start changing. It's going to start changing. Ryan says it's a draw. Okay, I can see that. Gene says Halloween 3.
I go with Friday 13th 3.
So I'll tell you a story because I remember because I saw Halloween 3 in the theater when it came out, and I'd love to get my hands on one. I don't think I've ever seen one for sale. There was a standee for Halloween 3, and it was the image of the 3 trick-or-treaters, and it said Halloween 3 on it. Because I remember being in the theater. I was coming out of seeing, I forget what movie I was seeing, but I came out and I saw the standee sitting there. I'm like, oh, wow, awesome, another Halloween movie. And, of course, I tell the story how I sat in the movie, and I'm like, what the fuck's Michael Myers? But I just remember the image and loving the image, especially with the face on the top, with the Halloween 3 coming out of it. It was great. It's always great. You can maybe not like the film, but it's kind of a cool image. Anybody out there has got that? Oh, I'll buy that. I've never seen one for sale. Never.
I'm gonna tell you why Halloween 3 is not cool with me on this one. There's no Atkins anywhere.
Yeah.
There's no Dr. Chalice ass grabbing anybody.
You need some ass grabbing.
Just kidding.
Close might go Friday 3 here. Yeah, that's cool. I can see it. It's not a bad image. My only thing about the Friday 3 poster here is like he's like sort of in shadow, almost looks like he's wearing a hard hat. I never liked the image of Jason on this. That's just my personal opinion.
But you know what happens after this movie though. It's
the posters get a lot better.
The hockey mask is introduced, so he's kind of got his staple.
This is true. All right, let's go to part 4. And this one is another one that's an easy one for me because Halloween 4 is probably my favorite poster.
It's my favorite poster, which is a shade as well. But the thing that kills me about it, that's my favorite Friday the 13th movie.
Yeah, so that one hurts. Yeah, this is a tough one. Yeah, but movie wise, it's tough because yeah, I love the final chapter. But this poster is because you
We
saw
don't
that
get that
image.
poster in the mask, unfortunately, in the movie. But
You
it's...
don't. So when I saw this, I remember seeing the poster in the theater before going to see it before when it was coming soon, and I was like, wow! Not only did the mask look amazing, but they show the Wallace house in the background. So I thought they were going to go back to that. I'm like, oh man, they're going to revisit the same locations as the original one, and they didn't, unfortunately. And the mask wasn't the same. I love the movie itself. I do enjoy it. I love part 4, but yeah, this was
That's
this
the
poster
best.
sold us a bill of goods that we didn't get.
Yeah, it is easily the best one because it personifies the mask from the original. You got a great sentence up top with the 10 years ago he changed the face of Halloween. Tonight he's back.
Yep.
And just the original Halloween font on the bottom, right?
Yeah, this is and plus it was Donald Pleasance came back. It made it even better.
Yeah, I look the Jason one. It's just like I guess we're getting an idea what's going to be happening to Jason here.
Yeah, I mean it's a cool poster. I like
cool.
it. I don't dislike it, but yeah, I don't think you can beat Halloween 4 on this one.
No.
Let's see. H4 I think comes down to a battle of the icons, and it goes to Michael. H4 is the better killer, better movie, better sequel, but obviously F13 is more accurate to the movie. Yeah, it's a great poster, but
yeah, Matt, you're on our same line. Yeah, you're on the same line as what we're thinking here.
I poster should have had Atkins googly eyed on a big
I love
King of all ass grabbers.
I love it. Oh, that's good.
Jean can't pick one. She likes them both. I know it's tough. It's going to get harder too. Except for there's 2, maybe there's 3 Halloween ones coming up that not fans of Halloween. Oh, she's picked Halloween 3 from before.
These are interesting matchups.
The Wallace house in the corner, barely visible on the VHS cover. Yeah, what's that?
These are really interesting matchups in a way.
I thought this would be tough. I was like thinking, I'm like, this might be. It's not going to be as easy as you think. Halloween 4, Ran for Life. Ran for Life.
Pat, have we ever covered horror movies that non-sequel horror movies, just one volume movies posters? I wonder if we've ever done that. Have we done that?
Did we do our favorite movie posters?
That are part of a series? Yeah.
It sounds like we might have. I'll have to go look.
Yeah.
I'll have to look in the database. Love the mask on H4. Too bad we never got the mask. It looks so dope. I do really like the Friday 4 poster movie. Love the movie, and Michael is king. I can argue with you there. Yeah, we did get. So I love the people that have. You see a lot of people that post pictures of the H4 poster and they put the H4 mask over it because that's what you got.
Oh, the Ronald McDonald. Yeah.
I always said that. It always, when he first pops up, that mask always looked like Ronald McDonald in a white face.
It's like H5 looks like Nick Cage. Yeah.
Nick Cage. Yeah. H4 definitely is the winner. Yeah, we got screwed. Humongous. 1982. I'll have it. I know the movie. I forget the poster. Go back and take a look at it.
You know what's crazy about this though? Like, of course, we bring up it's not the mask. It's not the mask that's in the movie, but that really doesn't bother it that bad, because it's still a damn good movie.
Oh, I love the movie. Yeah.
Yeah,
love that film. Well, let's go on to part 5.
And I'm sorry that I like Friday the 13th 5, dude, but that come on, that's a pretty lousy cover, dude.
It is. It's very plain, very I don't like the mask. And the mask isn't the mask we actually got. We got a better mask in the film.
We needed the Man in Black on the Halloween 5 poster.
So yeah, yeah, right. They should have put a little thorn tattoo on Jamie's hand while she's standing there.
You got to have Dr. Loomis swinging a freaking 2x4.
H5 winner, Halloween 5. Yeah, I'm going to Halloween 5 in this one. Halloween
H5
is a Clark Griswold mask.
Well, no. Friday 5 is a Clark Griswold mask, right? Yeah, that's right, Matt. Yes, that is.
Ram fan for life. Both suck.
I'm partial to Halloween 5. I like it.
It's a guilty pleasure for the two of us. I don't know. It's one of those movies I could just put on and I enjoy it. Is it a good film? No, not at all.
They should
But-
put on top Michael lives and this time he cries.
Yeah. This time he's emotional. Right, I'm just gonna pass on this. H5 fucking sucks, and the poster for 13.5 sucks. It's a no for me, dog.
This is a worst dual entry, is what you're saying, right? Okay. Yeah, this might be a lot of people's like worst of both, right?
Probably. Yeah, I like Friday Part 5. I mean, we know one of the scenes I really like. Just go check out some of our videos. But yeah, I do like.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, set the car, motherfucker. Rat-a-tat-chewy.
It's showtime.
Damn enchiladas. Oh, look at this.
Oh, this is. I think you and I might be on the same page with this one, though.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Friday Part 6.
Yes, Friday 6. I don't have a problem with this curse. I always thought it looked like he was wearing leather gloves. I just always thought it like.
Yeah, it does look like he's wearing leather gloves. I don't dislike it, but yeah, I'd have to go with, Part 6. I remember working in the theater in the box office the night Part 6 came out, and it was premiering, and I remember watching it after the fact, and it was so just a moment of time I remember. Remember the poster hanging on the wall. So I have to go.
It personified the 80s that with the music too. You got great music in it too. I love the cast in it too. There might not be so many people that are in a lot of movies, but Tom Matthews, he was really good as Tommy.
He was good, and
we had Tony Goldwyn in it. You had the director's wife in it in the car with Tony Goldwyn. Remember?
What's the cute blonde's name in real life? I'm drawing a blank on it.
Is it Colleen Camp? No, not Colleen Camp. She's great though.
Yeah,
she's the sheriff's daughter. Yeah,
the sheriff's daughter. I'm drawing a blank on the name. She does a lot of cons. She's
somebody
cute
can
as
look
hell.
her up. Yeah.
Yeah, good. But yeah, definitely have to go Part 6 on this. Yeah, Rob, Part 6. Yeah, I love both films, but I'd have to edge it out to Part 6, Friday 13th. Jason lives, laughs, and loves. Friday 6 wins.
I guess the whole terror never rests in peace thing. I guess okay.
Yeah, pick.
I do like the bluish look of Myers' face, though. I think that's kind of a.
Oh, that's coming up. It's coming up, right? Good eyes.
Start the car, motherfucker.
Start the car, motherfucker. Tough choice. I love the H6 poster. Lots of nostalgia. Cooler design for Friday poster, though. But I love the simplicity and blue coloring of H6. It's great because, and then you see the image of what the hell's her name now? What's her name? The actress that why am I drawing a blank on her name? She was skinny as hell. Karen Strode. What the hell? What's her name? I'm drawing a blank on her real name. But you see the image of her in the knife.
Yeah, Marian Hagen.
Marian Hagen. Thanks, Matt. Matt is our resident encyclopedia. Thank you. I'm enjoying having a complete brain fart. Yep. So I think people edge out Friday 6 on this one, which I can see, myself included. Ugh. So now we have Friday 13th, the New Blood.
This might be more of a best worst of. I don't know.
Yeah, this is better of the two, and the H2O one. It looks too much like a promotional poster for Dawson's Creek.
Jennifer Cook. Sorry, just looked her up.
Oh yeah, and she was just so cute.
Part 6.
I would have to go with the New Blood on this one. This was kind of cool. I like this. Not a fan of,
I think,
you know what? Because we didn't need this. The Halloween ones it's Michael. You didn't need to see the cast, and they pretty much wash, rinse, repeated for the next one that's coming up too.
Man, I don't know. I guess I'm just happy to see Jamie Lee on a poster from Halloween. You didn't really get it that often.
Yeah, but you didn't need everybody else up there.
Yeah, I think Friday the 13th, takes this one and the next one, at least maybe the next few. No, I shouldn't say that about the next few. Yeah. Friday 7, Pat. Good call.
Yeah.
And plus, Terry Kaiser, Birdie's in part 7.
Yeah. He still is the worst
H2O.
person of the franchise, despite being one of the best sequels. Yeah, the poster's just a snooze fest.
The
New
movie's
Blood, Friday. Yep.
The idea that movie came out in the summer and it made great money, though, I think that's kind of cool with H2O. You got a late summer release there for that one.
This summer, Terry won't be taking a vacation. Yeah, it wasn't. It was just.
It's Halloween.
Yeah, seriously.
But I think that poster is clearly a poster promotion for the ages at that time in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. That's how you saw a lot of stuff getting promoted at that time, right?
Yeah, you really did. Well, you figure because you had all
Scream.
cool day there, bringing the rap fans. You had the Dawson's Creek people coming in because you have Michelle Williams.
Look at the Scream poster, Pat, at that time. I think that's how Disney, Miramax, or Dimension, they were doing stuff. Scream was just like that. Scream 2, 3.
Oh, wow. Raccoon's got the poster signed by Kane. Still waiting for Laura Park Lincoln to do it.
Laura Park Lincoln's done a few shows.
She's been, she does a few. Oh, what did I just see her? She's coming to do a show. I think it's one of the ones in PA. I don't think it's Chill at Theater. I just saw her announce it. Yeah. And it says he still came out on his dad's birthday, and he still took me to the first showing of it. Nice. Look at that.
I remember, Pat, that's a stupid debate when we went to Horror Hound, when Jamie Lee did the one Horror Hound, arguing with my wife of all people. She's like, why do you really like that poster? She doesn't look that great. I'm like, yeah, but she's on it. That's why I always wanted her to sign that poster.
Yeah, right. Because she's actually on it. Yeah.
Yeah. She's not on Trading Places either,
Yeah, it's pretty much wash and repeat. And so I think the New Blood Part 7 is definitely edging out this one.
Hey, Pat, tell me if I'm wrong here. When I think of Jamie Lee Curtis and like these movies, look at The Fog, how they changed that promotional stuff to have her on it. She's not the main character. You probably
nope.
But they took advantage of her name, I think, just to have
her name and her notoriety from Halloween. Yep.
Like that poster's, I'm fine with that cover and everything, but it doesn't really help the movie that much, right?
Well, nobody else in The Fog was a household name. I mean, Hal Holbrook maybe.
Adrienne Barbeau wasn't yet.
She wasn't yet. She had been noteworthy because she was on TV. She was B. Arthur's daughter in Maude for several years on the TV show, but she wasn't really a movie star. Jamie Lee Curtis had a breakout with Halloween, and that was really it. And then Tom Atkins wasn't a big star by no means. Who else was in it? Hal Holbrook was just on the cusp of becoming a household name, I guess. He wasn't really there yet. There was really no big people. So she was the only person to throw on there to get some notoriety.
Wow, Matt. Yeah, that's a good point.
Soul Survivors Final Stand. Yeah, true.
There's, you know what, and because Matt just put up a good point here, Pat. I would, if it's okay,
yes.
I want you to.
I hated that scene.
What's that? No, Matt just brought up a good point about Down Pleasant not being on a poster. I'm going to send you this artwork poster. It's a full size poster, and it's really nice that they put Pleasance on it, even though I think it's technically from Halloween 2.
Yeah, it would have been nice to have him on a poster. Jason versus Carrie. Yeah, right. That's basically what this was. So I think everybody edged out the New Blood because I was never a big fan of H2O poster by no means, but it gets worse from here. So look at that Halloween Resurrection. It's like a wash, rinse, repeat from H2O. So I'm giving it to Jason Takes Manhattan.
I as bad as people might not like Jason Takes Manhattan, I think that's an awesome poster. I think it's cool.
I think it's a great poster.
Scream. Somebody did the mock-up of Scream in that image, the ghost face. I thought that was pretty cool too.
Oh, did they? I didn't see that. That's cool.
Oh yeah,
because this is my least favorite film in the franchise, Halloween Resurrection, or as I call it, Halloween Abortion.
Yes, it's my least favorite as well, Pat. But and Jason Takes Manhattan, I could have some fun with it. I can't have too much fun with frickin' Resurrection.
No, not at all. Why's my phone blowing up?
And I'm going to tell you too, the advanced poster's even worse. Remember, it's like it's just the Myers face, like up close in the eyes. Remember that?
Just no. Yeah, it's a no for me, dog. I have to get that clip.
Wife's birthday on it though.
Yeah, part A, and a lot of people shit on Jason Takes Manhattan, but it falls into the Halloween 5 guilty pleasure for me. Friday by a Mile, yeah. Weinstein's at their finest. Yep. Jason takes a
Okay.
cruise. Jason takes a vacation cruise. Yeah, he goes from a lake to a river somehow. Love to know how that works. Resurrection poster is better than they show simply because of the knife, but I like the teaser poster with just the mask so much better. Yeah. Hate Jason Takes Manhattan, but the poster is so much better than Resurrection. Yeah.
Damn right, Rob.
Yep. Whoa, early show. Didn't know. Glad I wanted. Yeah, we said that. That's why I try to get out as much advertising. Brady's watching wrestling tonight, so we said let's do a matinee show.
It's been pretty fun. We got a lot of people talking in here.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, maybe we'll mix it up and do matinee shows.
God, I don't know if. Do you like Resurrection better than H2O's poster? I think I would still maybe go with H2O's poster. I don't know.
I would have to go with H2O's. I mean, yeah, the knife is a cool concept, but the people being in the knife, but I just can't stomach the people that are behind Jamie Lee. So that's what kills it for me.
I didn't mind what's her name up top, Bianca. She was actually a good. I thought she was a good scream queen or whatever female lead in it.
She's cute as hell, and my wife and I were we had a couple of beers last night, and we were watching the show she was on was funny as hell. Rules of Engagement.
Oh, she was on that? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, she was on it. And who was the one? David Spade was on that. Patrick Warburton, Putty from Seinfeld. That show was fun. It's not on anymore. And actually, her husband in it is the boyfriend from the Black Christmas remake from 06, where they were trying to make it seem like he was the killer.
Why don't Pat? Here you go. Here's an interesting matchup because now you could have started doing this around this time here. This is right around the time the teaser posters would be coming out. So there's a teaser poster technically for both of these films, and Jason probably still wins.
We can go back and do an episode on teaser posters too. I'll dig them all up.
Because, well, I'm sure everybody's fans here in the chat. So Pat, we know the Resurrection or one is a close up of Myers' mask is the advance, right? And what's the advance for Jason Takes Manhattan? I Love New York, right?
I Love New York. Yep.
Yes, and he's ripping through the sign. Yeah. That was the first poster I ever got autographed by somebody. Kay Cotter signed that one.
Hard pass on both. So no for me, dog.
Thank you, brother. Yes, they were bad.
Oh, look at Matt. Bianca Kalick is his biggest crush of the series.
Now,
she is beautiful. And if you watch
great.
Rules of Engagement, she's stunning.
I wish she would come around and do a convention too.
I follow her on Instagram. She's still, God bless, she's still beautiful. The Resurrection cast sucks. Yeah, I'll have to echo your sentiments, Rob.
Who died in Resurrection? Is it Deckard? That guy died? Is that who died?
In real life, did he die?
No, I thought somebody in Resurrection's dead.
I don't know. I'm trying. Who was in Resurrection that might have died? I don't know. I don't think the guy died. I could be wrong, but I'm not aware of it.
Halloween abortion.
Yeah, Rules of Engagement, man. We watch it all the time. It's always on Pluto on the Comedy Channel, and then the wife and I watch it. It's funny as hell. And his wife, what the hell was her name? Megan something. She was cute as hell. Oliver Hudson is Kurt Russell's stepson.
Oh, wow.
Where was Oliver Hudson then? I'm not putting the name.
No, not Ryan Merriman. He didn't die. Who the hell died in this?
Must have been awesome to be a Jason fan from New York when the movie came along and to have this. It's funny, and it's growing up in the New York area, and I work in Manhattan at least maybe once every other week. They really, aside from the few shots of Times Square, you can easily tell it's not Manhattan. You can definitely tell it's Toronto.
It's a killer about Resurrection too, because it's Rick Rosenthal came back to the series too, and him and his wife both came back for these last two Halloweens there, because she was in the H2O and
Part 7 poster. Yes, filmed in Toronto. Oliver Hudson is the other guy from Rules of Engagement, Kate Hudson's brother. Which other guy is that? That's not Bianca's husband, is it? Because there's David Spade and there's the Indian guy who's hysterical. He's like the best person on that show. Cracks me up. I don't know. Maybe this him. Did not know that. Matt says, funny how as a Chicagoan, I was always more scared of Michael down in Haddonfield, Illinois, than Chucky and Candyman, who were both actually in Chicago.
Matt, that's pretty good. I like that.
It's true. Oh, I did not know that. I never knew his name. Yeah. He was the only things I ever remember him being in was that show and The Boyfriend and the Black Christmas remake in 06. Did not know that it was Kurt Russell's stepson. Did not know that. Buster Rhymes' waistline died for sure. Ain't no way he's kicking Michael in the face now. Yeah.
Damn right.
He's gotten much thicker as he's gotten older, much like myself. So I can't knock him. But let's see. Let's see where we're going from here, because the next poster is one of my favorite posters in the franchise.
That's probably the second best poster to me of the series.
Yeah, you can not like the Rob Zombie movie all you want, man, but that is
all the imagery
poster
inside there. And
in his mask. Yep.
From an autograph standpoint, too, these people just signed right where they were, which is so cool to do.
Yeah, I love that poster. I don't dislike the remake either. I like it. It's not one of my favorite ones, but I do like it. But this poster, man, you can just sit there and just look at it because there's so much in that mask.
Rob Zombie, I think you and I talked about this. Maybe we were on live together, but nowadays, if Halloween would have came out, Rob Zombie could have done that. He could have put that on a streaming thing and done like 4 or 5 2-hour episodes or something like that. That could have been like a mini series, whatever.
While I do despise Jason Goes to Hell as a film, I don't mind the poster. It's kind of cool with the snake going through the eyes. I don't mind the poster. It's not one of my favorites, but I wouldn't say I hate it, but it doesn't hold a candle to the other one.
The movie's The Hidden. it's another version of The Hidden.
It's true.
Freaking God, that thing's ugly as hell. Look at that thing.
So Bill, as a Chicagoan, I was more scared of alligators in the sewers. Oh shit, I'm sorry. I forgot Bill is in the house. He never got his proper intro because he's popping in and out. So there's Bill.
Oh yeah. The other ever scathed. Fuck you. Sending me this shit.
If Bianca fans, check out 30 minutes or less. Oh, I will.
You know what, girl. Bill, if Chris comes to freaking Flashback Weekend, you got to get that book and have him put "fuck the Everskate" and have him sign it.
Exactly. No, we got to film it. We'll film a new intro of him saying, "You Everskate, fuck you for sending me that shit." We have to do a live one.
I feel like I'm a little bit on his better side after I gave him the Rush beer in Pittsburgh. So
yeah,
it's a little bit better.
So this one is a no-brainer. Yeah, the zombie one is definitely better.
Zombie had his share of the posters were good, the soundtracks were good.
Yep. Yeah. The collage personally a bit too busy. Yeah, I like it because it's so much to read and there's so much in there. But I'm going Halloween on this one. I always like that poster.
And nobody's lived in that house for 15 years.
Evil has a destiny.
Pat and I were when we were on the tour. Remember, Pat? There's just that old looking dude just sitting on the stoop of that Myers house from Zombies movie.
Oh yeah. So if you guys out there haven't seen,
just standing there.
Brett and I, when we went to Age 45, we went on the Horrors Hologround Age 45 tour, and it took us to not only the OG movies location, but a few of the zombie locations. So when we got to the Myers house in Pasadena, from the zombie one, there was it's been vacant, I think, almost since then. I think they just maybe use it for movie shoots. There was this old hobo guy just sitting in the front stoop, and he would not move. So he's in everybody's pictures. Go watch the video. Maybe I'll bring up
I got it here, Pat. You want me to send it to you just so you got it?
Yeah, just send it to me. That's why I have to search for it. And he would not move for anything. And from far, because right before that, Dick Warlock had left. He was on our bus because he was older, so he got tired. So Sean got him an Uber, sent him back to the hotel. So from far away, I'm like, didn't Dick Warlock leave? Because it looked like Dick Warlock with his head down taking a nap. It was hysterical.
Yeah, we're like, what the hell are you doing, buddy?
See. Oh, here it is. I'll bring it up and show everybody.
He seemed nice. It was just kind of weird, right?
Yeah, he was just sitting there on the stoop. Like, what the fuck is this all about? Hold on one second.
Yeah, it was all
right, so there he is. Yeah, so he was just sitting there, just sitting on the front stoop of the Myers house. And we're like, what is this? And everybody's standing in front taking pictures and didn't care. He didn't move. He just sat there. So he's in everybody's pictures.
I swear, he must have been there all morning.
Yeah. That was hysterical.
He looked like Bob Uecker from a distance. I was like, is that Mr. Baseball?
So yeah, that was hysterical. Yeah. Rob Zombie poster, definitely much better. You can hate the movie all you want. Yeah. He told you guys to take it on the auction, so you're going to be one sorry a-hole. Shout out to Ken Foree, who turned 75 on February 29th.
Pat and Joe's buddy Moore. I wasn't with them at dinner.
For those that don't know, myself and my wife and Joe and his lovely wife MB, we got to have dinner with Ken Foree. How much fun was that? That was awesome. I'll bring a picture up of us. We went to watch a fight. We had dinner with the one and only Ken Foree. He was so much fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Oh no, I went to the VIP thing early, and then because my buddy Jeremy was with me.
Friday poster sucks. Yeah, so let's move on. So I think everybody's overwhelmingly picking RZ's Halloween. But what about this?
Now, I don't know if there's a Jason X advanced poster. We know there's an advanced poster of Halloween 2.
Family is Forever versus Evil gets an upgrade.
I love that Halloween 2 poster, though.
I do. I like this poster. It's a great image.
I'm just going to Google Jason X. I know. We're going to do that another time.
Ask Ken if he knew Macumba. Halloween 2. H2 reminds you of High Tension. Mm-hmm.
Okay, there's no teaser poster for Jason X. Okay, now I feel better.
Jason X on principle alone.
But Jason X is good fun though. Unfortunately, it got ruined for being leaked online. It was one of those first major ones that got leaked online badly.
Got one of the best kills in the franchise, and it's got a lot of nudity too. So, big fan.
That now I know he's definitely past the director of this one, Jason Isaac, right?
I think so. Yeah, Matt, help us out.
Yeah.
Let me.
Matt, or that might be a brother question. He might know that because my brother loves Jason X. I know he does.
Isn't that his favorite one in the franchise? Didn't you tell me that?
So I think it's one of his favorites. I wouldn't say it is his favorite. I think we talked about this. Remember when we ranked them? I was at my sister's house, and I think my sister did them with us, right?
Yes, she was with. That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
She liked Jason X. That was her favorite.
She liked Jason X too. My brother does too.
So let me. I'll scroll through, and I'm going to find. Shout out to Mr. Ken Foree. I'll find a picture of us having dinner with him, which was a lot of fun.
Jason X has the great Jason Cronenberg or David Cronenberg in it at the beginning. Remember?
Right, it's a cameo from David Cronenberg. That's right.
Yeah, Halloween 2 has plenty of. Hey, Howard Hessman, baby, one scene, right?
Yeah, Uncle Meat.
The kingdom of heaven is in our hands.
And for those that don't know, Uncle Meat, everybody's like, "Oh, where did they get Uncle Meat from?" That's actually the name of a Frank Zappa album. Let me keep scrolling. I'll
Keep
find the
them
picture.
doggies rolling rawhide. Sorry.
All right, let's see. Let's check out the chat. So for me, I don't know. I love the H2 poster, but I do like the. I'm gonna have to just default to Halloween 2 because this is one that could go either way.
I'm defaulting. Mine's bad because I got married the next day. I got married on August 29th that year.
Yeah, 7-8 years has been empty. Yeah, it's
been empty for longer than that, I thought.
So is the Bianca? Yeah, she was hot too. Oh,
yeah.
Jason X way better. Both are good, but I love the Jason X poster, just like the Jason X poster. Just use.
Yep. Yeah, Pat, I think you're
flyer. Did you?
Halloween does have one extra poster, but I think you're right because the David Gordon trilogy, those posters really tie in together, so you could probably tie them in pretty much to the rest of the.
Yeah, Ken Foree just turned 75. Let's see. I'm still scrolling. I should just go through let me go this way. It's taking forever this way. Pictures. Where are my photos?
What are we looking for? Ken Foree again?
Yeah, I was gonna get the Ken Furry picture up and show everybody me enjoying.
Remember, he was getting all
dinner with the
bitchy.
one and only.
He got he was getting more bitchy with Darren than me when he's like, "Where's Joe? I thought we are going to dinner. I need to know what's going on."
Seriously,
I'm
man, Big Joe Grizzly was gonna kick his ass because he was
I'm
all
like-
set to go out to dinner.
I'm like, Darren, I'm getting the hell out of here. I don't need this guy from Dawn of the Dead getting pissed at me. He was pretty mad.
He was like, I want to go because he wanted to go watch the fight more than anything. He's like, I want a steak and I want to watch the fight.
It was
all he kept
funny
saying.
because I
it is.
messaged Joe right away. I'm like, Joe, go by Ken Foree. He's looking for you badly. Joe was there within a minute.
All right, I got it right here. Hold on one second. Share the screen and show everybody. Having dinner with
There you go, Matt. I get that.
so there's us having dinner with the great Ken Foree at age 45. Me, so from left to right, there's Mr. Ken Foree. There's my wife Kathy. There's MB, Joe's wife, Big Joe, and that Halloween movie collector. Fun night.
Now-
That was what a blast.
He didn't go. Did he come to the VIP thing? Did he come by? I don't think he did, right?
Yeah, he came. Yeah, we walked in with him, and then
Oh, he did.
we
Okay.
we hung out with him for a couple of minutes. Then Malik came over, and he was chatting with Malik, and then we went to get a drink, and then I saw him the next day. He said he didn't stay too much longer. He didn't really want to stay that long.
Well, yeah, waiting at that bar, the way
That
was
line for the
lined
bar
up.
was ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
what
there
was
we
it?
all are.
I think I told you I was watching that James Belushi movie I like, Taking Care of Business, where he breaks out of jail to see the Cubs in the World Series. He's in that. He's one of the inmates with James Belushi, Ken Foree. I was like, oh, God. I'm sitting there like, oh, it's great to see this guy in. Well, I'm sorry, Dawn of the Dead's his signature role, right? He's probably everybody's mostly favorite character in that film.
Hey, look, and it was the smallest table, and Ken Foree is a big guy, man, and he could eat. So he had like a huge, big steak. He had a whole plate of chicken wings, a couple of drinks. He's got a big appetite. Big guy.
Yeah, there's stories. So when you stay at these hotels, at these conventions, you run into some of these people that randomly show up, right? I think we learned that.
Matt, I would have been in a pissy mood if I got married the day after age 2. My wife never would have scheduled the wedding on the weekend of a new Halloween movie.
Well, yeah, luckily, yeah, that's interesting point.
Jason X figure is good, but the movie sucks. And the movie's, like I said,
Now, Rob, are you talking about the original movie Maniac one? That's a very valuable McFarlane figure. Great figure, though, too. Yeah.
all right. And now we're entering the trilogy. Let's see where we're going. This isn't that easy now, is it?
You want me to, Pat? I'll tell you me first. I like the last few the David Gordon trilogy to an extent. The posters are too plain for me. I'm a Freddy versus Jason guy. I think putting those two together like that. Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Freddy versus Jason too.
Yeah, Michael looks like he's, I don't know.
The mask to me here looked like it. I was telling somebody this one. I was having a couple of drinks, and I'm like, you know what, this mask? Because somebody was talking to me about it. They're like, oh, you're a big Halloween fan. I said, this mask, if you look at it, it looks like it could be like a old weathered version of the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz.
Well,
It looks like a tin mask. It
I
doesn't look like a
swear.
mask.
it looks like he's reading The Great Gatsby and he's hurting, you know? I'm just like, come on. Hey, but then again, now I'm thinking from an autograph standpoint, there are plenty of spots to get signatures for that bad boy.
Yeah.
And most of these posters from this last trilogy, it look like they're advanced posters or they're teaser posters.
Raccoon says, no matter how many times I watched Dawn of the Dead, I still hope Roger lives. I get so upset each time. He was so good. Such a good movie.
Raccoon Eyes, you're right. It's such a bummer when he goes. Yeah, it's a good point. Dawn of the Dead's even the new one's fun, but such a good film.
Oh, and no, if you're interested in Ken Foree, go when I did my live walkthrough from H45, I stopped at Ken's table and we were talking about having dinner together. He's like, the food was good, the service was good, the company was great. Yeah, go check it out, because I do stop at his table and chat with him. Because it's funny, at the table, I said, look, Ken, would you come on and do our podcast? He's like, yeah, you don't want me on your podcast. I'm like, yeah, we do. He's like, because I guess it's just something he kind of doesn't do.
Yeah.
And then, but he did say towards the end, he's like, for you guys, I'll come on. I said, no, if you're not comfortable, I'm not going to make somebody do something that they're not comfortable with. So the next day, I'm doing the live walkthrough. I passed by. I'm like, hey, Ken. He's like, Pat, walk over. And we start chatting away. And he's just like, I said, well, you said you wouldn't come on the podcast. Or he said, like, I'll come on. And I'm like, you're on it now. You're live.
Yeah, and we could push for Chris too, because Chris, obviously, he told you and I both separately. He's like, yeah, be good.
I got to reach out to him. He said he would come on. And it was right around the holidays. And they got busy. We got busy. But yeah, I got to reach back out to Chris Nelson.
Bill says it right, how all three of these on that picture together. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So let's see. Freddy versus Jason. Never scared. I like them both. I love how all three of these icons. Yep. Yeah, it's true. That's cool. Freddy versus Jason was a black background. There was also the silver teaser poster with a red versus between Freddy.
That's a good one too, where you see the front of them, right, Matt? Yeah.
Yeah, we could do it. We could do a part B to this where I'll just dig up all the teaser posters. He looks like a dad disappointed in his son for becoming a girl.
Yeah. That's good. I like that.
All right. So we're moving moving on to the next one. Let's go see Halloween Kills and the remake.
Oh, yeah. Man, this one's actually really tough, Pat. For me, this one.
This is tough because to me, out of the three, the David Gordon Green trilogy, this is the best poster.
Yeah, it seems to really have the most amount going on, right?
Yeah.
And there
I like
isn't
the
really
color,
too much going on.
I like the burn on the face. So this to me is the best of the three. But we've talked about it for those that don't know, or haven't watched the podcast. We're big fans of the Friday remake. Big fan of it. And that's
you really start thinking, like, if you could fine tune these last few Halloween movies, if you could have just made this movie mostly a flashback, that would have been something, but it just got too expensive.
Oh, it kills?
Yeah.
Mostly
a flashback, and then you didn't have to go years later and ends. It could have been the end of the night, however it ends.
The flashback was one of my favorite things of the whole franchise. That was just so great going back. And like I told everybody, I went to see it by myself that night, the Thursday night before it was released on the Friday. And when we went back, it wasn't that many people in the theater, but man, when we went back, I was like, yes, people looking around like, this guy. I'm like, I want to stay here. Don't leave. Let's stay here. Back at 78.
I'll say one thing. There's many crazy kills in both of these films.
We start comparing kills. Yeah, there's a lot. It's a brutal Myers and it's a brutal ass Jason.
And that Jason's so cool because you get the sackhead Jason, you get an homage to that.
Yeah. I did like it. Let's see. Jason takes this one.
I'm not gonna answer for Pat. I think I'm gonna go with Kills just because it's the
Kills.
I think we're more Myers people.
I'm gonna go with Kills. Yeah, I just like because it's my favorite of the three from the trilogy. Myers looks more like the Crow on the Age 2018 poster than Skarsgård does in the new teaser photo.
Yeah, out of the three posters I've been getting autographs from, this one with an orange paint marker has turned out beautiful.
Jane says, not a fan of the remake. No, we wouldn't hate it. Hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion, man.
We like the remake, actually.
I enjoy it, and if other people don't like it, that's cool.
It's okay. Yeah, not a problem.
Believe me, there's plenty of things that people are like, Pat, this is the greatest thing, and I'm like, no, it's not to me.
Now, wait, Bill, you like the remake, I think, right? And Matt, I don't know. Did Matt say he liked it? I don't even know if I think my brother liked the remake. Maybe he did.
We talked about the remake only. The only thing in the remake I didn't like is there's no way in hell Jason would take a hostage. That was the thing that didn't sit well with me.
Yeah.
I'm like, he wouldn't keep a hostage. Like, well, she resembled his mother. No. It's a no for me, dog. He would have kept the hostage. Still don't know if kills is a verb or a noun. Wow, Matt, you got me thinking. That's true, though.
True. Wait a minute. No, I did the same thing, Pat. I had to think about that for a second, but I'm like, yeah.
It's true.
At least there's no
It could
evil
be
dies.
more.
At least there's no evil dies tonight on that poster in a way. So,
Oh, Ryan liked the remake. Yeah, I'm a big fan of it. Matt didn't like the remake, but only saw it in the theater. Need to see the cut. What's the killer cut? What's the difference?
when it came out, it was just an extended uncut version on Blu-ray or DVD, whenever it was.
Oh, I got to check that out. Did not know that.
I have to watch it again. It's been a while.
Bill didn't mind the hostage because she was hot. Oh, believe me, if I was Jason, I had nothing to lose. Yeah, if you're gonna take a hostage, make sure she's hot.
You had the real good dickhead characters in Friday the 13th, of course, too.
Typical machete. Yeah, nice. Oh, I gotta love Ryan. And of course, unfortunately, they're uneven. So there is nobody to compare to ends. And so we'll end it with ends. And I'm not a fan of this film. Not a fan of the poster. Fan of the novelization. The novelization is actually.
Where's Travis? Too bad Travis. He would have an interesting one back and forth here.
It's a beautiful day. Travis is out skating.
Oh, that's true. That's right. He's east by you, right? Or he's northeast? I forgot.
He's north. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was nothing to compare because Halloween's got one extra movie than the Friday the 13th, unfortunately.
I thought you were going to start singing Sinead O'Connor there for a minute.
Bill, the ends poster is ass.
The other ends poster is better, though, Pat. The
other ends poster I should have thrown up here. I should have compared the two of those.
You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, send it to me. I'll throw it up there.
Nothing compares to you.
Yeah, the second one with Michael and Laurie back back to back. That one's definitely much better. Yeah, I don't hate this movie. There's aspects of it I like. It's not the worst film. Go watch Skinamarink. But when we do the ends novelization, we do the ends book club after we finish Kills. Join us for that because there's a lot more Myers in the novelization. If you've not read it or maybe listened to it on Audible, so much better. So much stuff you scratch your head like, why did you put this in the film? Why did you make it the Corey story? There was so much more Myers in the novel they should have put to screen. So definitely join us for that.
I'm sending it over. And also there's that Halloween ends IMAX one I sent you too, Pat. So
yeah, so Brett's sending me the other two we can compare. And then it looks like Bill, you sent me these are a couple of the Everskate flyers that you clipped a couple of images from. I'll throw them up there. I'm just waiting for this. Yeah, but I didn't think of that. It's a good call, Brett. We should have compared the two ends posters, and the one with Michael and Laurie back to back definitely would have won out.
Yep. Okay.
Halloween 2 poster is your favorite. Also used it for the Everskate flyer. I'm going to bring them up. Let's see. Brady just sent me this. Yeah, so this poster is definitely better than this one.
Much better.
Mucho. So let's break it up. Show everybody. People probably seen it. This one's so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I like. I have to get one of these. You have one of these posters?
You know it.
Yes, I don't have this one. I have to pick it up. Yes, I do. But yeah, definitely that one's better. So let's do this. Stop sharing. Then I'll bring up some of the Everskate flyers that Bill clipped some images from. Let's see. Oh, these are pretty cool. Nice. So these are promoting Bill's band, the Everskate.
Nice.
I like how you use Wrigley Field. That's awesome. 1060 West Addison.
1060 West Addison.
Oh, look at this 1059 West Addison.
He played at the Cubby Bear across the street from the ballpark.
That's hysterical. I just looked at the address like, hey, it's 1059 West Addison. For those who don't know, I'm a huge Blues Brothers fan. That's why.
It's right across the street at the corner of from the ballpark, dude.
So there's this one. Then there's, look at that. Jason X. Very cool. And then
nice.
The next one. Look at that. I like the colors. You got some it was a Halloween special that you guys played.
Yeah, Peoria. You were going south. Whew.
Peoria. Very, very cool. So those are all the posters. We compared them all. And Where did it go for you guys? I think obviously the scales tipped more on Halloween for me, but there was several Friday ones I did like. Ends loses.
Ends loses to what else could you say it for? I don't know.
I heard the novelization reveals that the homeless man was another escaped mental patient from Smith Grove who was experimented on along with Michael, and he brings body. You're exactly right. Yep. Well, not necessarily to eat, but to bring it to sort of recharge. Remember where looks like he's having an orgasm. He's recharging. But yeah, that character was somebody who was in Smith's Grove with him.
I think Nick Castle wanted to play that character too.
He would have played the character great because the guy that they had do it actually resembled him. There's so much more that they give you because you see ends. You've got to wonder, how did he get to that goddamn tunnel? In the novelization, they tell you how he got there. There's a whole sequence that was really cool of how he got there, and it involves the girl that Cameron kissed at the dance. Did you listen to it yet or read it?
No, didn't read it.
Yeah, it's telling you there's so much more. The novelization is much better than the film, so you definitely everybody make sure you join us for the book club.
The book club. The book.
Hey, what's up, Ronnie? Remake has the hottest chicks. It's true. All the remakes do.
Yeah, the Friday one. Yeah. Even the Halloween's. Yeah.
What were her tits? They were epic. Her tits were epic. Her nipple placement was perfect. Remember the guy that was humping the girl in the Friday remake?
Oh, that's what he says. They're just perfect, right?
They're just perfect. They're epic. Nipple placement is perfect or something like that.
Yeah. See, Bill put it on there.
Yeah. There you go. Perfect nipple placement. Yep.
That's so.
Gene loves kills and ends. I don't dislike everybody. If you haven't read the novelization that ends, join us for that. There's a lot of cool stuff in it that you're going to scratch your head and say, you really should have put this on there.
Yeah.
Someone needs to insert a Mario Brothers mushroom sound effect when he powers up after killing Doug. Right. When you jump on the shroom.
Well, remember what we've talked about is the Benny Hill music when him and Corey are bouncing around. That's the best.
Oh, I'm going to work on it. I'll speed it up a little bit and put the that I'm going to have to do that. That's going to be fun.
When that came up, that was the first thing. Did you see that? I'm like, God, I'm thinking of Benny Hill right away.
Oh, that's great. Let us know if you're watching after the fact how the Friday posters stack up to Halloween.
Yeah.
Let us know. Because what do we have next on our agenda here? Next, I think we did a review of this, but we try to review the movie we watch for Tuesday. So this Tuesday's watch along, there will be no leftovers this year. We're doing Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So we'll do a quick movie review of Thanksgiving, and if you haven't watched it, it's now on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll do a quick movie review of Thanksgiving. There we go. Big fan of this movie. Not too much to say because I think we did a review when it first came out, and I did rewatch it again the other night, just to refresh my memory. This movie, I mean, people. There's a whole faction of people just love to hate on things that people like. So they're going to hate on this movie just like The Exorcist believe. Oh, it's the biggest dumpster fire ever. No, it's not. There's plenty of movies that are 1,000 times worse than that. This movie, from start to finish, was fun. Best movie ever? No. Did you want to go there and be entertained? If you didn't get entertained, there's something wrong with you because this movie was entertaining as hell. It's got the whodunit factor, and it's got a lot of humor in it too.
There's a lot of dry sense of humor in it.
Right. Exactly. So I had so much fun with this. The kills were fun. The pacing was a lot of fun. It kept you wondering who it was, and of course you get those people. I knew who it was right away. No, you didn't. Stop it. There's no way you knew. Without spoiling it for people, come back and watch it with us on Tuesday. There's no way you knew the motivation of the person that was there. Mm-hmm. So there's no way you could have figured it out because you find out the motivation of why he's doing it later.
Yep.
So, I knew it was him. No, you didn't. Stop. No, you didn't.
Even if you guessed it right, it's like, okay, you guessed
Maybe
it
you
right,
guessed
but
it, but you guessed it, but
it's
you
not.
guessed it's
Sorry,
just based on
it's not blatant obvious. I'm sorry,
it's not
not.
blatantly obvious. You could have just guessed it out of pure, well, it's probably this person because that's who it might be. But there's no way you knew the motivation of why he did what he did.
Right.
But for me, I give this movie, and I'm looking forward to part 2. I had a lot, and I had just as much fun with it on the rewatch, and I'm looking forward to watching it with you guys on Tuesday. I
Wednesday.
give this 7.5. It's fair.
Nice.
It's fun, entertaining, start to finish, kept me entertained. Good kills.
It's Wednesday because you need to change the date. Don't forget.
Oh, that's right. Everybody that's watching this, that usually watches, that does watch our watch alongs. Some of our good supporters are in the chat. This week's watch along is on Wednesday. It's not Tuesday. Tuesday is my wife's birthday, so I cannot do a watch along. I'll be thrown out of the house. So I'll be going out to dinner, taking my wife out to dinner for her birthday. So yeah, the watch along will be on Wednesday this week. Good call, Brady.
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, 7.5 for me out of 10. What say you?
Well, yeah, this movie was a long time in the making. If you remember, this was one of the fictitious trailers on that double feature, the Death
That's
Proof,
right.
and all that. It that trailer, like, oh, imagine if that becomes a movie. Oh, you're drinking that one. Okay, I knew you'd love that one. Yes.
So for those that don't know, it's Between Two Pillows, and there's John Candy and Steve Martin.
Isn't that a great can, dude? That's
so cool? Awesome can. I don't even think I'm going to get rid of it. I might just put it out in the garage with my other cans.
Yeah, Pat, that place is near my house, Riverlands. I know the tap room manager very well. He used to run the tap room that's really close to my house. So, but anyways, let's go back to Thanksgiving. Yeah, just the idea that this was becoming a thing after all these years later, this was going to become a movie. I'm a fan of Eli Roth. He's done some great stuff. It's so bizarre that he's the one behind Borderlands coming out, but that looks like a fun movie to me. I don't know the video game too much, but regardless, I like the Hostel, at least the first Hostel movie, but the sequels not really.
Sequel, the best part of the sequel is the what do you call it? The bloodbath scene. That's about it.
Right. Cabin Fever, the original Cabin Fever is a lot of fun.
Good.
A lot of fun. He did the Death Wish remake, which is still crazy to really believe, but he did. But he's must watch usually, and he came out on social media after they got greenlit for the sequel, saying we're going to take our time with this. We're not going to rush the sequel. Mm-hmm. We're going to make it right, just like we did this one. So I'm very excited for that. This movie, the whole opening with the Black Friday and all that. It gives me or I should say Thanksgiving night, not Black Friday yet. I'm so glad stores are going away from that. You know that, Pat? It's just people
there's just so much tragedy that did happen. I mean, not obviously not as bad as this, but a lot of people have gotten killed and hurt bad. Yeah,
these people they're so nasty in this, and you got the one high school football player. You just want to see him die. He's such a smart ass. Remember? You have your great jerk characters in it. And you know what? The final girl, I forget her name, but she's great. Really liked her in this film.
Did enjoy her. Very cute girl, too. And she was great.
I should have written her name down. I'm sorry I didn't. But the John Carver, The Mask. I love The Mask. I love the deaths. And there's just a lot of great dry humor to this. I remember, I think, Bill's in the chat. Bill saw it. He didn't like it at first, but then he's reminded us, he's like, you know what, I had a bad audience with it. I'm going to re-watch it again. So I'm sure he probably liked it a little bit more the second time you watched it. But it's not obvious. It's a lot of fun. Deaths are cool. Like the garbage dumpster one we talk about a lot. I think, Pat, you and I say
the dumpster kill is the best.
Because that woman in that, remember, she's at the store too on Thanksgiving night, and she's just annoying as hell.
Well, she got it good when he wet her face and stuck it to the freezer door.
To the freezer door. That's right.
Yeah, she to me, this, for those that have seen it, this, who would have thought they would come up with a dinner scene in a horror movie that rivaled the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre dinner scene?
Oh yeah, right.
Because this scene was so great.
Oh, you're laughing too when you shouldn't be. These people
you should be laughing, but you're laughing.
Held hostage. My brother's still in chat, but I saw it. I was laughing the entire time. I'm going to go with you. I think I'm going to go 7.5. I'd hate to say 8. I'm going to go 7.5. Eight's pretty damn high, but 7.5 for Thanksgiving.
Gene like Thanksgiving.
And Eli Roth's doing
Well,
conventions
guessed
here
it.
now this summer, so it's awesome.
I mean, Matt guessed it. Bill says, fun definitely could have been better, and there were some missed opportunities. It's 6.5. It's not bad. Ends book, yeah, when we talk about that, it's definitely much better. Did you see that Bears game last week? What in quotes? What's that from? I'm trying to remember.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. Those aren't pillows when they jump out of the bed together.
Oh, when they jump out, that's right. Between two
Go
pillows.
all the
Those
way.
aren't pillows.
See that Bears game last week.
It's actually good. Check it out. It's actually it's definitely good.
Yeah, Bill, I'll keep that in mind when it comes back up. That's from Riverlands. You'd probably see
that's
Riverlands at the bottle shop out by you there in Tinley. Yeah, Riverlands Brewery, St. Charles, baby.
Favorite kill in Thanksgiving is the Pilgrim Father in the truck that gets his head speared, then sprays. Oh yeah, right. The thing goes through and the blood's just spraying everywhere during the parade.
Oh God, I wish I don't know what was the movie I told you I saw. My brother and I saw it. It was a limited release, the election movie, horror movie. Oh man, it's gonna bug me.
I've heard of it. Yeah. Oh, I see what you did there, Matt. Thanksgiving should have been a board game. I see what you're doing there. Which reminds me, we gotta reach out to Anthony, see if we get him on the show for some of the new board games that are coming up.
Actually, I know what to look up.
And who would have thought with this? It came up with a great slasher character, John Carver. You know, it's rare that you get a new horror character that's gonna live on. Like, I mean, we lucked out with Art the Clown because Terrifier's big now. And then look at this. Eli Roth hit it with John Carver.
We can't. Oh, we forgot to talk about. You know, we forgot to talk about the Strangers trailer. Chapter 1.
I have to go check it out. I didn't see it.
Oh, you haven't, huh? Oh, okay.
I did not see it. So yeah, what do you guys give it in the chat? And if you're watching this after the fact, throw your ranking in the comments below. Maybe you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen it, if you have Netflix, it's on Netflix. Go check it out. A lot of fun. Little full, lot of sap.
Lots of sap.
Little full, a lot of sap. But to me, it's just I'm gonna have to watch. I was gonna watch it again last night because the wife hasn't seen it. I said, "You want to watch Thanksgiving?" She's like, and my daughter said it was stupid. She's like, "No, Fiona said it was stupid." I said, "It's supposed to be stupid. There's no reason not to watch it." I said, "You might enjoy it," but she wasn't into it. So yeah, that's our review. And make sure you guys, it's not Tuesday this week. It's Wednesday. So Wednesday, 8 Eastern, 7 Central, we'll be doing our watch along of Thanksgiving. It's on Netflix. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I got to look it up the other way. It's going to bug me.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was, great stuff.
Let's do a quick, what did you watch this week? I didn't watch much, but I start watching one show, and I think we were talking about it the other night.
Oh, thank you, Matt. Sorry, Founders Day. Yes, that was it.
Founders Day. Yep.
Yeah. Did you see that, Matt? It's good
like,
fun silliness.
Look up and read the.
I know I'm bad. Yes.
It's a shame that there's no voice. It's a shame that you can't speak through the chat and say, "Hey, yo, idiot, look up."
Don't be stupid.
Don't be stupid.
What else do we got? Oh no, yeah, we're gonna.
Let's do a quick. What did you watch? We do a quick segment for those that don't know, where we talk about things we watched, give people ideas, and get ideas from people in the chat. I didn't watch much this week, but one show I started watching that I'm definitely enjoying. So let's see what everybody watch. So this week, I had a real busy week, so I didn't really watch much of anything. The only show that I shout out to my buddy, my neighbor Mike. We started watching based on a true story. It's a show on it's on the cack. It's on the cack with Kaylee Cuoco from The Big Bang Theory's in it, and it's a whole thing where her, like these housewives like around Beverly Hills, people are all obsessed with true crime and serial killers, and they come across, it turns out that their plumber is a serial killer that's on the loose, and they figure it out. They have this great idea of starting a podcast and having him come on and speak. But so talk about all that stuff. It's got humor, and it's got a couple of cool kills in it. So it's worth watching. I thought it was pretty fun. So that's, other than that, I haven't watched shit all week. I had a busy
Mm.
week. That's it. I didn't watch anything new. I didn't watch anything new, old, or borrowed or blue, except that TV show.
That TV show. I only watched a couple of audio commentary tracks when I was working. I watched the commentary track to The Lost Boys, Joel Schumacher. That was, man, when you don't watch The Lost Boys, it's, God, I don't think I watched it from beginning to end in a few years.
That's got to be a watch along one of these days. I haven't watched it from start to finish in a long time.
It's just so good. I just remember seeing that for the first time when I was a kid and just absolutely loving it and loving everybody that's in it. So much fun. And I watched, you know what I had on? I had that newer Halloween 3 commentary track that Tom Atkins did with Shout Factory.
Oh, yeah.
When he's talking about when he arrives at the hotel. And he's like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go check in the hotel, hit the sack with this one. And he's like, and then my ex-wife is in the room next door.
Yeah, how weird is that when he's just like,
And they're all just laughing about it.
Your wife in the next room over.
The timing of it, if you go watch that, just the timing of how he just words it all out, it was just funny. It's something you got to hear. It was good.
Matt had a busy week writing, only so much. Well, if you want, see, I usually talk about like movies, and this is a TV show, so I watch tons of TV shows during the week because when I come home, I usually do all the cooking, so I put the TV on in the kitchen, and I'm an old sitcom guy, so I either have the original Odd Couple on, or Becker, or Cheers, or Married with Children. Last night we were watching Rules of Engagement, and I went down a rabbit hole the other night watching a bunch of episodes of The Streets of San Francisco.
Yeah, it's Founders Day, Rob. Yeah, it's fun. It's got some cheesiness to it, but we were laughing just like we were at Thanksgiving. It's just some good dry sense of humor. Matt, I don't know if you saw Pat. Matt posted he just met Fred Dreyer and the other actress from Hunter. Like I commented, I just remember that theme from that show. In the fucking gun, remember that?
The art, yeah, that's right. There's a lot of stars that were in the Streets of San Francisco. And who was the other one I watched the other night had Ron Glass, if you guys remember him. He was in Barney Miller. But yeah, there's a lot of stars that were in the Streets of San Francisco. Carl Malden and Michael Douglas. Another
great theme. The freaking Barney Miller. That was great.
Great. Oh, Barney Miller was such a great show. Love that show. Old sitcoms. I can talk old sitcoms all day long. Oh, Boob Tuber. My wife calls me Boob Tuber. Been watching Seinfeld's when they're on. I watch them too. Seinfeld. Party of four. Been watching some old Seinfelds. Love me some Seinfelds. We got to do one. Shout out to the Agnet guys. I know Ronnie was in the chat earlier. They did a great episode on the best Seinfeld episodes.
Have you seen that picture I had sent you that somebody put in there with from the Warriors that I sent you last night in the middle of the night? Had you seen that before? I had never seen that before.
No, I never saw that. Yeah, I saw the picture. Yeah. No, I never saw that.
She's just
Hamada. Barney Miller was the best. It's such a shame, Jaxo, that he died so young. He was. Go watch the episode, Matt, of when he plays the Chinese wrestler on The Odd Couple. He's freaking hysterical in that too. Just go back, look up the episode with him as a wrestler. You may even seen it, but he was just hysterical on that episode. Oh, and shout out to this too. I forgot about this. Yeah, we lost Richard Lewis this week. Curb Your Enthusiasm tonight. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Peace, Richard Lewis. I mean, especially correlates to Halloween because she did that TV show with Jamie Lee Curtis for all those years. Yeah, what a shame. Theme has been this theme from all those Quinn Martin produced TV shows always had such catchy intros.
Do you remember the production? What was it? Stephen Cannell. That was always the guy in the typewriter, and he throws the script. That was like always at the end of the Hunter.
Yeah,
Stephen Cannell Productions. James
Hong just got his hands in Grauman's Theater. Oh, did he?
Oh, Once Upon a Crime. God, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah, me neither.
John Candy, right?
Or watch what do you call it with him? Robin Hood Men in Tights. Sir, wasn't that mole on the other side of your face?
Yes.
I have a mole?
And why should the people listen to you? Yeah.
I love that. Wasn't it on the other side of your face? And he's just like, I have a mole?
Good old, yeah, Jamie Lee's been talking a lot about it, but I get that because she was that was like her career was on the downside before she did that show.
Oh, yeah. Mike posted all that great stuff. Yeah. Hill Street Blues, Rockford Files, beginning of Rockford Files. That was like a top 10 hit back in the 70s.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Was the first time I ever had of a writer. His interviews are great. Fred Dreyer spoke of him fondly. Yeah. Hold on 1 second. Speaking of, the wife's texted me. What is she? Are you done with your podcast?
Well, we're going to be done very shortly.
Yeah. I'll say not yet, but shortly. Pardon me for texting. Maybe she wants to go grab a bite to eat or something, which I wouldn't mind because I don't want to cook. My daughter's out. Or
Yeah,
we go. My daughter works in a restaurant, and we'll go there and eat just to break her chops. So yeah. So
What are
what?
you doing here?
Check out. So everybody, yeah. So some stuff in the comments. Let us know things you watch. We always get ideas. There's been tons of stuff I've watched because people suggested it in the chat. That's why I like this segment.
Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Ruff. I remember that.
No sexting on the air. Yeah, yes, right. Good eyes.
Remember
Sit,
that?
sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog. Or what's the other one? What the other one? I think it was the end of Taxi, where the guy's walking out. Good night, Mr. Walters, and he's like, oh. Yeah.
That's so funny.
We should do
Raccoon Eyes.
something
I was thinking of that.
We could do a whole episode on old TV shows, man. I'm all about that. That's my wife will tell you. She's like, what did your parents do? Just sit you in front of a TV when you were a kid? I'm like, God. Just fixed your shower yesterday. Placed the shower head, and I have more shower pressure than ever I've had in my life. I felt like Kramer getting blasted on the dish, right? Right, that's great when they all have they have no pressure. They all have the flat hair. Or the best is the episode where he has them install the garbage disposal in the shower, and he's sitting there cleaning the salad and making the food in the shower, and they're all over for dinner, and they're like, "Wow, Kramer, this is great." He's like, "Yeah, I prepared it while I bathed." They're like,
I gotta give a shout out to Bill. Bill was backing me up on Chicago food because I brought up the whole pizza thing, and from age 45, remember Joe ordered those pizzas?
yes.
And Darren's like, yeah, Brett and Joe ordered. I didn't order that damn pizza. I wasn't there when that happened.
That hit the spot because we were good buzzed by that point.
But when I showed up, Frank's like, look at this shit. Are you gonna eat that? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna eat that. He's like, I wouldn't. You're from Chicago.
I watch this every single night. The Only Family's on Pluto every night, and tell my wife was here. She'd be like, "Yes, he watches Archie Bunker every freaking night."
It was raunchy for its time, though, or at least the dialogue.
Oh, it's so
Classic.
funny. It's so funny. And people understood it because it was made to lampoon how stupid he was. It wasn't to promote anything other than the fact that this is how ignorant people are. And so it's just funny. You just have to laugh at it.
Well,
And there was a lot of social commentary in a lot of it too.
dude, well, I'll tell you, Gene Stapleton's high pitches I used to go bonkers. I'm like, please don't do that. But then you would hear it every opening when they're singing on the piano.
Go watch the episode of when Sammy Davis Jr. comes on.
I think I've seen that one. It's been a while.
That is, there's so many good episodes. I could just go down a whole rabbit hole of that. Watch the show The Tourist on Netflix. Now, I know of Twisted Metal, but I don't know what The Tourist is. Never heard of that one.
Twisted Metal's fun, though. I like Twisted
I
Metal.
like Twisted Metal. Yeah. Now, you're on the East Coast, too. Do you remember Sunday nights on Channel 12? The Starcatcher guy would give you nights. No, I don't remember that. Because you're in Pennsylvania. Are you originally from Pennsylvania? I'm originally from northeastern New Jersey. So I don't remember that on Channel 2. The Starcatcher guy.
Well,
No.
we're talking sitcoms. Cheers has got to be up there as one of the best too.
Which one?
Cheers, easily.
Watch it almost every night. I have Cheers on, or I have Becker on.
I just passed. You know which episodes I passed not too long ago? And there's some of my favorites is when Tom Skerritt was on with. Remember when Kirstie Alley wanted to get with him and all that? That was the boss, right?
And he was this close until.
Was it
no,
Sam?
actually, wasn't. Was it when the boss was Tom Skerritt, or was it when the boss was the other guy?
Well, it wasn't their boss, but it was, or no, maybe it was.
Yeah, because there was Tom Skerritt started out as the boss, but then it turned into the guy who was in Robin Hood Men in Tights. The one that said, Saya, wasn't the mole on the other side of your face? That's the guy. He
Oh, really?
became the boss. Yeah, I'm drawing a blank on his name. Robin Colcourt was the name in the show, but I forget what his real name was. But he was the one that was in Robin and Men in Tights.
Hmm.
Bill, we'll have to get on Instant Messenger, have a couple of drinks, and we can talk all three of these. I could talk them for 10 hours because easily three in my top 5 shows. I did a top 10 shows of my sitcoms of the 70s. It's on this channel somewhere. Go check it out. Odd Couple is one of the ones. Every year, I could not talk to the singer of my old band. If we haven't talked in the entire year, every year he'll text me on November 13th because that's Odd Couple Day.
Really?
If I don't hear from him for an entire year, he'll text me on November 13th because it's Odd Couple Day. Because we're big Odd Couple guys.
Sorry, now it's stuck in my head. Hunter.
Speaking of old TV shows, been wanting to watch. Yeah, what do you want to start this? We're going to start doing Tales from the Dark Side watch-alongs.
I think if we give just enough, just a few, at least a few days notice, we could get going on it. I got the DVDs. What do you think? I really don't think we should do more than 3 an episode.
3's good. Keep it to an hour, just over an hour,
and do it every few weeks. Realistically,
let's shoot for maybe next week. This week is kind of busy because there's a lot going on this week. Maybe the following, especially with my wife's birthday. Maybe not this week. The following week, we'll figure out a night to start doing this because it's one of my favorite shows, and Brett and I've been talking about doing it for weeks now.
Yeah, so I think you keep it to 2 or 3 episodes, right? Yeah, Fred Ryan was on. Yeah, that's right, man.
Right. Yeah, Bill, we'll have to do it. Drunk talk about old TV shows, man. Oh, man. I could talk all night about that.
Bill will get his old style prepped and ready to go. And I think Pat still has his zombie dust beers. I think he hasn't opened those yet. So
No, I didn't have a zombie dust yet. Nope. So that is what we watched. So if you're watching after the fact, hit us up in the comments. Let us know some cool stuff you watched. Give us some ideas because a lot of the stuff, like I said, I sometimes I don't even know what's out there until somebody suggests something, and I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. So hit us up and let us know.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do now is our top 5, which is an interesting one, which I didn't even finish filling it out. Holy shit. I have 2 open spots. I have to think of them real quick. I have my top 3, but I didn't do 5 and 4. Oh, I screwed up.
I didn't probably rank them. I didn't
finish my homework. Wow. So I'll throw the intro up there. Can you entertain the troops while the intro runs? Because I got to take a leak.
Sure.
So we're going to do our top 5 tonight. Is our top 5 deformed horror characters. Yeah, somebody suggested it last week and I wrote it down. So let's
I think it was Ryan. Okay, while he's gone wherever he's at, potty, whatever, diaper change. Anyways, I'll give you my non-horror one right away, and it's got to be Sloth, right? Anybody got a non-horror deformed character? That's the first one I think of for non-horror. 3 episodes of Tales from the Dark Side is a good number for an episode. Do it every 2 to 3 weeks. That's exactly right, Bill. That's what we're thinking. Because they're about 20 plus minutes each. So give it like an hour. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other deformed characters. Oh yeah, when he gets the throne on him, you're dead. We killed you. What's funny, that guy that plays that character, that actor, if you watch the Robo documentary, that guy was in the full body cast in Rocky 2 when Rocky gets out of the hospital. It's the same actor. I had no idea. Hey, will you sign my head? He has him sign his head. So funny.
So this week we're doing our top 5 deformed characters in horror, which I believe it was Ryan. It's just this one.
I gotta tell you, I just said my non-horror one. I said Sloth right away, Pat. That's all I was just saying.
Michael Myers. There you go.
Or Michael Meowers.
Michael Meowers. So this thought this would be pretty interesting. And of course I have to think real quick. So I'll just mix them all up and write down the ones and I'll think of some other ones as we go along. Quick. Oh, Matt was talking about before. Oh, MASH. I could talk MASH all day long too. Grew up with MASH. Watched it all the time. I can still remember watching the last episode. Let's see. All right. So what's I'll throw out my number 5. My number 5. I'm because I'm mixing and matching them until I think of the other 2 that I'm missing. But for me, my number 5, Jason in part 7. Remember that? When you remember, because she's kicking his ass with kicking his ass with her mind, and he's getting all pissed off. And I love he's like, he's just like, I'm gonna fucking if he could talk, he would be like, I'm gonna kick your ass.
There's a place right near our office called Shelby Campbell's in the Holiday Inn. It's just a bar restaurant, and there's a guy that worked there, Benny. And Benny had like his jaw was like that when he would talk. What can I get you? It's like I said it. I was like, this guy looks like Jason without his mask. In front of there. I wonder what happened to Benny. I haven't been in there in a long time, but regardless. So you had Jason. My number 5
from part 7.
I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go old school here. I'm gonna put the Phantom from Phantom of the Opera. That's that's a.
Oh, I didn't go back that far. Yeah,
I did. Yeah, I just figured why not? Yeah, Phantom. I always think of that one.
Now I'm just typing here. All right, so that was I did Jason. So I'm gonna go right with another franchise favorite, number 4. Of course, one of the most iconic deformed or scarred people in Freddy Krueger.
Yes.
Yeah, baby. Yes.
That's your number 4. I only put Jason on here once. I think Jason from part 2 with the long hair and the overalls, his face when he comes crashing through the glass. You remember your favorite shot when you're flying in?
It's Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a white mask.
Oh!
Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan with a freaking sack on his head. Matt Russell said, the most important TV show was oh God, it still is the most important thing. I showed my son the Three Stooges when he was real young, and we used to watch it every Sunday. Oh, still love the Stooges.
WPWR 50, Matt. Good stuff. Oh my God.
Frankenstein's Monsters got to be number 1. It's on my list. It's getting there. It's on there. All right, so that was my number 5 was Jason. My number 4 was Freddy. And you just said who? I'm sorry.
I said Jason from 2.
Jason from part 2. That's right. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. So my number 3. Now you can't have a deformed horror. Well, it's horror/comedy character on here without having Toxie, the Toxic Avenger.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about Toxic Avenger. Good one.
Gotta have Toxie.
Oh. So that was your number 3. Okay. My number 3, I'm going with the Creeper from Jeepers Creepers, baby. He's definitely.
Oh, I completely forgot about that one. Yeah, I have one of mine's on here from Basket Case, Belial. Yep. A little piece of shit walking around breathing.
What kind of cunt does that?
My niece and nephew pledging to never do what they were about to see the Stooges do, but I showed them the I state your name. Oh, nice. One of my favorite ones is when they're plumbers and that was a Curly. Oh, I know what's wrong with these pipes. There's wires in them. And they start pulling all the wires out of the pipes.
Oh God. I tell you, Three Stooges had one of the best Nintendo games on the very first Nintendo system. It was so much fun.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, you had to raise the money for the orphanage. Yeah.
I completely forgot about that. Hold on.
Oh, yeah.
Answer me. I'm on the way. That's important. Just wanted to call you to tell you. Oh, okay. No, I thought she needed something, but she's on her way home. The wife. All right, no problem. All right, so sorry, I have short-term memory is gone. So what was your number 3? I did Toxie.
I did the Creeper.
The Creeper from Jeepers Creepers. All right, see who else?
Back.
Anybody else? Yeah. Oh yeah. Say, no, what I don't want to know. Where the pipe is plugged up with the wires. Nice. So my number 2. What did I have for my number 2 here? Oh, my number 2. Who threw it in here? Bill threw it in here. Belial from Basket Case. Now that is just
The
a messed up
clams.
film.
Yeah, Bill. Yeah, the
It's just
basket case.
Basket Case. Now that is just a weird movie. I remember renting that in the VHS back in the early '80s and being like, "This is a messed up movie." Like, who even thought of this? You know?
It was bizarre, dude. And it gets pretty gruesome towards the end, don't it?
Yeah, such a strange film.
I'll have to revisit it though. I remember watching it when I first got into all this horror stuff and being like, "What the fuck?" Number 2, easily.
I see what you did there, Bill. Matt, I see what you did again. It keeps throwing this out there.
I gotta go with Victor Crowley, man. We're gonna watch
forgot
those
about Victor
movies.
Crowley.
I know we're gonna talk. We'll hit those movies together as a watch along. But
I forgot
yeah.
about Victor Crowley. Yeah, we have to
And
go. We should watch them.
yeah, the kills are very memorable, at least for me. And not every movie, every one of them is good. I remember really liking, I think, the first and the third one. I don't know, but anyways, yeah, Victor
Yeah.
Crowley.
I have to go back and revisit them, so that'd be a good watch along. Because I've only seen them, truth be told, probably maybe once or twice, if that each. But yeah, they're good.
Mhm.
I enjoy them. Bill says number 4, Pluto from the Hills Have Eyes. Woo. The remake too, 06.
Don't be stupid.
Nice. So of course it was mentioned earlier. Number 1 has to be Frankenstein.
Oh fuck, jeez, yeah, damn.
The OG Frankenstein, just absolutely amazing. That whole concept. And of course, it's just Frankenstein to me is just. People are always saying, "Oh, they keep redoing all these movies." I don't know, man. I think Frankenstein should just stay in black and white. I can't see a remake because in black and white is so much more effective. Even Young Frankenstein, it's effective in black and white.
We have a current. There's one currently in production right now, right?
Yeah, I heard there's one in production, and I'll probably see it. Maybe it's going to be good. Maybe I'm wrong, but to me, a lot of those Universal monsters, they need to stay black and white. Because maybe because it's my age, because I grew up with them. It's same thing like with Night of the Living Dead. It's got when they did the colorized version, it just took so much away from it. It needs to stay black and white because black and white is just, to me, it's just a little bit more creepy. I told a story how I remember as a kid watching Halloween a few times on a black and white TV. Watch Halloween in black and white. It's pretty interesting.
Ooh,
go watch it in black and white. I mean, I don't know how you do it unless you have a black and white TV. But growing up, we had one color TV in the living room, and my parents had a black and white TV in their bedroom, and they had a small little one in the kitchen. And I remember just sitting in my parents' bedroom one night watching Halloween in black and white. So interesting. I also watched it in Spanish. Go watch it in Spanish. El conejo es rojo.
There it is again, Pat. Yeah. El conejo.
I'll tell the story again. So I was at my wife's at the time. We were engaged. No, we were married because we wouldn't have been in the same bed until we were married. So we must have been married.
Yeah,
my wife and I lived together for 2 years before we married. 3 years actually, and we were engaged. But her father, traditionalist, and I respected his wishes. If we were staying up in his house, he lived up here where I live now. We went to visit. We didn't sleep in the same room until we were married, even though we shared an apartment together. But I respected it. I'm like, whatever. Hey, it's your house. So I remember one night I put the TV on, and all he had at the time was just like local stations. He didn't have cable yet, and it was the Spanish channel. So I'm flicking it, and all of a sudden it was Halloween in Spanish. I'm like, and the wife's hearing the theme, and she like rolls over. She's like, "Are you watching Halloween?" I said, "It gets better. It's in Spanish." It's like, seriously. So the part where like Dr. Loomis is making the phone call, which we're assuming is the Haddonfield, Haddonfield Police Department. He walks over to the Phelps garage truck, and he looks down, and even before that, when he picks up the Rabbit and Red Lounge thing, and it says Rabbit and Red. So now this is in Spanish. So a little voice kept going in Spanish. El conejo es rojo. But it whispered it just to let you know that that's what it said. Because, and the same thing happened when he was in the station wagon with Nurse Marion. When he looks at it, the little voice is like, El conejo es rojo.
And trust me, I've shared a hotel room with Pat, and he says that in his sleep.
Yeah, and we'll be doing it again in another month.
Oh
month and a
yeah,
half.
tell me about it. That's right. Now it'll
That's
just
right.
be.
We'll be going
"What's the
live from
matter?
Chiller Theater too. We'll be doing live, Brett and I
What's
from
the
Chiller
matter?
Theater.
Jealousy of daughter's ass."
Smatter, jealousy, your daughter's ass.
I swear
Say
to
it again.
God,
Say it again. You heard me.
I don't think I. No, I do have him on the Halloween poster. If I had to get another autograph from him from Halloween, I would have him definitely put that as a quote.
I have a photo with Tony and a picture, and he was actually nice. He was super nice, and we know his troubles. And if you know our history together, Brett and I, then if you know our history, then you know where this comes from.
That's a con right there.
Yes,
So you know where that comes from if you know our history.
we became a mockery of a few other webs.
Chud, yeah,
podcasts.
Chud. I forgot about that. Cannibal. What do you remember what Chud stood for before I said it?
I
What
don't.
is cannibalistic humanoid underground dwellers?
And there was 2 Chud films, if I'm correct. I haven't seen them, and
Unless it was more, but I only remember 2. There could be more. I was never a big one, never a big fan.
what did you
watch
say?
Halloween
Rojo?
So you saw the black and white too. Yeah, it's weird watching it in black and white. Bud the Chud.
I just want to go. I want to watch Halloween in Spanish now.
Go find it in Spanish. It's got to be out there somewhere, man. And I'm telling you, if you had beer in your mouth, you'd spit it out. You'd be like, "That's what Pat was saying." El conejo es rojo.
They're whispering.
But it's just the way he like whispered it, like, "Shh."
I actually would want to watch Halloween 2, and when Bud's sitting in the cafeteria, like all that dialogue.
Oh, this is good. Yeah, Jason from Friday the 13th Part 2, from the New Blood. That's it. That's what I could see that.
Yeah, he's pretty plain.
So what was your number one?
Oh, my number 1. Sorry, yeah.
We were off on a tangent.
It's no doubt it's Freddy Krueger. That's like
Freddy?
the first time you think of somebody deformed. That's my go-to.
That's where you go.
El
So let us know
Rojo.
in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you've ever seen the Rabbit in Red. El conejo es Hold on.
Jesus, what are you doing? Don't do it.
El conejo es rojo.
I should grab my wooden sign and say it. Hold it up.
And this I got this at a convention. It's a Rabbit in Red Lounge pin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember who made this. Shout out to Wooden Indian Novelties. Pick this up at El conejo es rojo. So that is our top 5 deformed characters in horror, and that's going off on an extreme tangent.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, let us know throw some in the chat if you want. Throw some more in the comments after the fact, and we'll do a quick collectible. We got a collectible spotlight.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have tonight in store for collectors. Our collectible spotlight. Here it is. Ooh, I gotta update it. Spooky. Collectible spotlight. So I was looking through and I'm trying to think of something cool, and this caught my eye. And this I think was from that London 1880 company. I think the ones that make the hat. But
Yeah.
I have these in 2 different colors.
Oh, yes. That's cool. Wow. I've never seen those before.
Yeah, I picked them up at Monster Mania. They were there at Monster Mania, and I was actually looking for the hat at the time. And they didn't have any of the hats left, but they had these two. And so it's speaking of black and white. It's Myers in black and white on the right, and then the regular color right there.
Yeah, I tried to get the hat, I think, for you and or Joe when I was in what was that, Cincinnati? But by the time I got out of the one line, vendors were closed. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So this
awesome.
was picked these up. Was it Monster Mania? Probably 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, something like that. So that is my collectible spotlight. I just figured, just happened to look. I'm like, this would be interesting to throw up there.
Yes,
Let's see. Let's where's Brady's? Hold on. Right here.
Oh yes, my two signed statues, one of John Heater, Napoleon Dynamite, and our buddy from the Punisher, Jay. What the fuck? Why can't I think of his goddamn name? Somebody's gonna just remind me in the chat. I'm sorry. Joe Berthnall, right? That's his name. He was a client of, I think he's still a client of Sean Clark's, but yeah, it's kind of hard to see the signatures. I guess you should have taken some better pictures. You could see Heaters a little bit. You got to really look at Joe Berthnall's to see.
Yeah, where is it signed? Because I could see the one on Napoleon Dynamite. Where is it signed on his?
Dead center of the picture, and it was with a red marker, but I don't think the red came out too well. So it's
I can see. I can sort of see it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of got a Punisher skull. He draws a Punisher skull on it. Hey, but it's got the little Spence authentication on there.
Tells his wife right before coitus. You must be a Big Bang Theory guy. Bill threw his number one in there. Yep, of obvious reasons. Frankenstein. Yeah, Frankenstein. Which we have to do that too. My God, we have to throw that up there. A watch along of Young Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh, love that movie. Go check out my review. It's on this channel. Who's texting us? Is that Big Joe?
Not me, just you.
No, Bill sent something. What is this? Bloody Valentine t-shirt. Nice. So that's our collectible spotlight. Yeah, from each something cool. We try to pull something out of our collection each week. Obviously, mine's always going to be Halloween. While there's always a mix of what we're getting from both Brady and Big Joe.
Always.
Like to mix it. They like to mix it up a little bit, Mix it up a little bit.
Mix it up. Just a little bit. Little De Niro.
And that is wow. We went through everything at a reasonable hour too. 2 hours and 17 minutes.
Yeah, 2 hours 17 minutes. Yeah, and then I could get on my ways to another game here for the kid, and then
what time is the game? You have to have a game before the thing tonight.
Yeah, 4:15. So 4:15. So I got to leave it about a half hour. So.
Oh, that's your collectible spotlight. Your Bloody Valentine shirt with 50% off on Good Grubs. Finally got my hands on one.
Oh,
it was meant to be. Hold on. I'll throw it up there.
I think they got a Dead Live set of shirts. I might have to get one of those. Gutter Gerbs.
That's what Bill got. My Bloody Valentine. That's his collectible spotlight. That's a cool shirt. I should get one. I should get one.
I want a shirt with Hollis on there.
Hollis. Yeah, I want to dual picture. Picture him as Hollis and picture as Fink from Meatballs eating all the big hot dog. This is the year you beat the stomach, Fink.
Es rojo. Sorry.
El conejo es rojo. So let's do a couple quick shameless plugs. There's a lot going on in the channel this week. Thanks everybody for hanging out on this Sunday afternoon. It's beautiful out. So I hope you guys are hanging out and listening to us and not watching us and hanging out and enjoying this weather because here it's beautiful out. So as soon as I get off, see what's going on outside. So tomorrow you're going to be getting, which was from our last week's episode, our top 5 bumbling cops in horror. That'll be up on the channel tomorrow. Go check that out. We had a lot of fun with that. And then, for you fans, I've been doing my top 10 albums of the 70s, doing my birth year this week, 1972. I'm sure you can figure out several albums just from this image that came out in 1972.
That Friday 6 sheriff was pointing the gun at the one goofball from Halloween 5.
Yep, exactly.
Sorry. He's looking at him like, what are you going to do with that?
Yeah, it's our job, and we love it. So that'll be out. This is, what am I throwing this out there? I don't even remember what day it is. I think it's
Volume
Tuesday.
4 was in 1972?
Volume 4 was 1972. Blue Oyster Cult's first album, and David Bowie, Ziggy Stardust.
That's one of my favorite Sabbath albums too.
Lou
Original
Reed,
Sabbath.
Transformer. Yeah. Good year for albums, and my birth year. And make sure you come this Wednesday, not Tuesday, this Wednesday, a live watch along of Thanksgiving.
Same bat time, just different channel.
Same
different day.
time, 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. There will be no leftovers. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
We're going to watch it in Spanish. No.
We should. And then Thursday, episode 3 of that Halloween Kills Movie Book Club, chapters 11 through 15.
This time it's personal.
So make sure you join us for that. That's always going to be a lot of fun. Actually, got to refresh my memory on those chapters. Maybe I'll start that today.
Dun,
It's up there now. My Friday the 13th part 3. What if? Since we were talking about the Friday movies, go check out part 3. And I'm currently working on it. Maybe another week or so it'll be out. But the final chapter, that'll be out in probably maybe next week.
Hasta Rojo.
Then what else is there? And then we talked about it earlier in the chat in the episode. This is up on the channel now. The first episode of the Collectors Podcast. Go check it out, Grails. We had a lot of fun with this.
Yeah, thanks for a lot of great feedback from a lot of people. So thank you.
Yeah, we had a lot of positive stuff going on. So I'm looking forward to doing episode 2. Make sure you go check it out. And what else? Make sure we know we're here every week, normally at 8 o'clock, but this was a special occasion, which might be cool to switch it around. This was a lot of fun to do it in the afternoon.
There's a lot of Halloweenies out there in the world.
A lot of weenies. I'm a weenie. And then you can hear this episode streaming on all these platforms. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Go make sure you join the Facebook group. Go check out Joe's channel. Joe's not here today. They're at the con. Check out Joe's channel on YouTube. He's been posting some cool stuff. They go around to different places and posting places that they're visiting. Go check out his group. And that is all the shameless shite that's going on. Let's go check out the channel. Check the chat, rather. Ryan, always good to hang out with you guys. Where the red light goes, you bang.
That's right, Ryan.
Ryan's a big supporter of the channel. Good guy. One of these days we'll get out to San Antonio and we'll hang out.
Yeah.
75 degrees here, so all the windows open, but the Irish parade is going on down the street, so all I hear outside is drunk is dressed in green. That's why I was thinking about going. There's a parade going on too. There's a parade going on right now that I might make my way over to see if the wife could convince the wife to. I'll tell her I'll buy her dinner if she drives me there. Yeah, how about that? Out working in the yard, perfect weather. Slant you. Later, Matt. Good seeing you. One more rabbit in red in Spanish before you go. El conejo. Oh, hold on. When he's looking at it. El conejo is rojo. There you go. These Sunday matinee episodes are perfect. Yeah. But you know what? Maybe we'll do some more. We can do some matinee episodes. I don't mind this.
We can make it happen at times. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, Brett goes both ways. We can figure it out.
Go both ways. Sometimes it just depends on the children's stuff. I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty free. It all depends on Brett's got a schedule. He's got the younger kids that are always doing stuff. Been there, done it.
Yeah, and if other people like it, then I have a feeling it might not have worked out with Joe as much. Joe's got a lot of he's wandered around doing stuff. So
yeah, both him and MB go on their adventures on the weekends. So that's so.
It's
we'll catch up with them.
Times.
Little full, a lot of sap. So thanks everybody. Make sure you hit that like button. Does help people find the channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe. If you're not subscribing, don't cost nothing. Hit that damn button. Never costs anything. People have already asked, you to start the channel memberships. I don't have time.
No.
So, because you know what? If you're paying for something, you got to give extra content. And I just simply don't have the time. We don't have the time.
Right.
So
we don't.
Channel is always going to be free unless something changes down the road and we decide to go that route.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so also if you're watching this and you were fans of the Collectors Podcast, hit us up here or hit me up in the group. You mask makers, collectors, we're going to start bringing people on that podcast.
Yes, indeed. Throw some messages. Yeah.
Brett goes both ways. Cue the Beavis and Butthead laughs.
You know it.
And we got I'm looking forward to Chili Theater because Brett and I will be together.
Yeah, it'll
Jeremy
be awesome.
And Frank, and it's going to be a lot of shenanigans. So there's going to be we'll probably go live several times. Maybe we'll do an extra live drunk stream.
Good old Frank. We'll see Frank. Jeremy, I think Jeremy will probably be a lunch thing. Sounds like it's just Friday. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. We can go out and have a drink and something to eat. And
Even though
meet
I'm
up there.
going to have to tell Jeremy, let's try to make it later for that because I'll probably go to a brewery before we get to the show.
Yeah, and hopefully he doesn't avoid me like this time, like I totally missed him at age 45. I'm like, he was there.
Bring him a combo. Yeah, dude, I think you and I talked about. I couldn't believe how cheap it was to get a flight to Newark. I was impressed. That's why this kind of all worked out.
Did you get your tickets in the mail from Chile yet?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Because they don't have a thing where you print them out. They usually just send them to you. And
It
I
makes me
haven't got-
nervous.
Yeah. I mean, we got time. That's why they have a cutoff of when you can buy the tickets because they send tickets out.
Yeah, that's a good point. I should look it up just to be safe, though.
But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Hopefully the
Yes.
weather is nice there. We had a blast. Hope you guys had a blast. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. Hit us up in the comments on any of the topics or subjects we were doing tonight after the fact. And we'll be back live on Wednesday, not Tuesday, on Wednesday
Wednesday.
night for a live watch long of Thanksgiving.
Hawaiian shirt day. No, just kidding.
Hawaiian shirt day. Nice.
Remember
We
that?
We should wear Hawaiian shirts just for shits and giggles. I have a Halloween Hawaiian shirt.
Yeah, I've got a couple different types of Hawaiian shirts here. Might have to look into that.
Cool. So, all right. So hang out for a second. We'll say our goodbyes. Everybody, thanks again.
Yep,
We'll see you
90
guys.
bucks, right? $45 a day. Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Sorry.
And we'll see everybody on Wednesday night.
Good night. Good evening. Have a good evening.
Later.